Hello, everyone. Let's get right into it with our selections of songs for today. Let's get right into it. See if y'all know anything about this. RP DMX. Here we go again.
A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
Here we go in the world. I know y'all paying attention to the stuff going on around the world.
Try to help him understand. Hit him with work, cause yo, that's my little man. He asked a few questions about the game and I told him. So when he made a bad move, it was my place to scold him. Never told him nothing wrong, kept it fair. Didn't listen, so I might as well have been talking to the air. Everybody makes mistakes, a mistake is aight. But if it ain't, I'ma tell you straight, time to say goodnight. Nobody likes to be played, regardless of the relationship. But shorty's fucking up big time. I hate this shit, I'm caught in the middle of having love for a little nigga. Knowing what's expected of me as a real nigga. My next move is crucial. What do? How do I keep it real with shorty and my crew? Didn't want to kill him, so instead of putting the Mac on him, I did the only thing I could do, turn my back on him. Here we go again. Same old shit, dog, it's a different day. Here we go again. You know how niggas do when we play, how we play. Here we go again. A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Here we go again. So if it's fuck me, nigga, know it's fuck you. Niggas that I fuck with.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy, just like me.
Hello.
What up? Lost in the Script, episode 125. Here we go.
Here we go again.
Shout out to Mark,
What up?
Regina, George, Honorable Sienna.
How y'all doing?
Uncode is in the building. Regina, Grand Arrival, Grand Rising, and Grand Return. To Duke, Sir Travis, and to the Artex and Oracles in the chat. Mark Gordon said, I guess I'm what you call a Darbyite.
Yeah,
I'm
we
a
all are.
Darbyite too. I wish Miss Pastor Darby would put out some Pastor Darby videos, but yeah. Shout out to George.
What up, George?
Hope y'all fixed StreamYard because Travis put the white Zeddy voodoo on it last week to get back from me for Tom Green. Get over it. Hey y'all. Why the intro sing so
Hold on, pause for a second. It don't sing. If you want us to shrink it, we will. Bring it down to 2 minutes.
Peace
Let's
and
get us
love.
prepared,
Curious question was Stephen Darby a Hebrew Israelite? I'm just listening to him the other day. I think he was.
He had the beliefs, but he didn't follow the camps and all the other stuff.
He didn't follow
some of the ideology about who is the people and all the other stuff, including the Hispanics and Native Americans. He didn't believe all that stuff. Neither do.
And he didn't go along with the. Well, I think he was going that direction.
Yeah, he was
like
going that
white
direction.
people can't be saved in other nations and all that. But
he definitely was fed up when the Trump thing happened and the Southern wouldn't denounce
Yeah.
Trump. So he was kind of starting to turn that direction. But you know,
salute to the chat. How
what
y'all
up?
feeling?
Feeling good, man. Hope you feeling well. I hope y'all feeling good in the chat.
Yeah. Was Pastor
said.
Darby? He was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he has some beliefs that align with them. But yeah, get right into it. Today's episode. Do I have that as my first?
I think you do.
You think I do? Did I do it right this time?
You did.
Okay.
You did, sir.
All right, let's get right.
Shout out to Brilliantly Flawed. Hold on.
What up? What up?
Peace to the guys and goddesses in the chat. Salute Duke and Travis. Let the fuckery begin. I did a video on his death and they took it down.
Yeah, I remember when he first passed, there were a lot of people doing videos. A lot of people
did a video on Pastor Darby's death. He is missed.
It definitely is.
Shout out to KD.
What up, KD?
Hello, family.
All right, let's get right into it. Rudolph Isley, co-founder of the Isley brother, dies at 84. So celebration to his life. Although I forgot, I do have something here we're gonna play. Same thing we did for 704
Irish
702. I'm sorry,
Greenstead.
Yeah, hold on, y'all.
From 702. This is my first time hearing about this pastor. Go check out Pastor Darby.
Yeah, check him out.
He has some fire content. I would say he's one of the best to have ever done it on YouTube. One of the best.
Definitely.
There's some more I can give you if you want some more.
Now I didn't even know they wrote the song.
Yep, this is their song.
I remember,
and it wasn't even that well. It didn't, reach levels that the other songs reached.
Obviously, I know it from the movie Temptations. But yeah, we're gonna play this a little bit,
Okay. I've been watching some of your videos this week too regarding Pastor Stephen Darby. Bishop Larry Gather did a long video regarding his death, 4 hours, and it's still up. I wonder how much he was worth to his label company. Exactly.
Yeah.
I need to see that. Can you share some links when the video gets posted? I like Jackie Wilson version. Damn, George.
Damn.
Global Ministries.
But also
or Menace.
Yeah, Ministries is it. But also Rudolph actually wrote a lot of the songs
for the Isley. Well, he helped write.
Yeah, you went and found the his
he
credits.
wrote for Fantasia, Truth Is, Justin Bieber, of course the Isley brothers, and a few people.
Yeah.
So just because he left the group in 1989, doesn't mean that he was still a part of the Isley brothers.
Hey, how do you say it? Talent rises. Green won't come to the top.
Some of them want to leave the front and go to the
behind the scenes. There's more money in writing than being the artist. Because
this is kind of crazy though. The next one after this.
But yeah, so it's funny that this happens now because I think that was the end of last month, the last reported situation that happened between them, the group that is, because they were in the midst of a lawsuit over the brand name. I think it was Ronald Isley. He filed to have control,
sole ownership over the name.
And they went to the court. They were battling this in court, saying that that's unfair. He says a federal judge refused to end a lawsuit claiming one brother unfairly tried to lock up exclusive rights to a name that's supposed to be jointly owned. We'll have to go deep into this article, but
she gave examples like she gave examples to why. She sided with Rudolph, saying she gave different examples of groups that have came in. Like some groups have came in and they just totally left. And she was like, well, you really don't have ownership to this name if you've been gone 30, 40 years. But he still played a role behind the scenes. So she felt, he still writes. He's still on the keyboard. He still performs here and there. So he's still a part of the group.
So it has to be sad that
I figured.
It has to be sad that in the midst of this legal battle, he passes away.
All I got to say is it's a big coincidence. In the middle of a legal battle,
I don't want to breathe.
Your brother disappeared.
How they said they call you crazy to dismiss you. They call you crazy to dismiss you. But no, I couldn't imagine being in a feud like this. Maybe it wasn't a feud behind the scenes. Maybe it was just business. maybe they were still close to each other. I doubt it.
I'm sorry. No, if it was us, it would just not be business. Fuck you for trying to take the name, and I'll see your ass in court.
But hopefully they was able to mend their relationship before he was gone.
And they dressed crazy back in the day.
Everybody know that infamous picture, that infamous picture of them.
Nitro, please.
Standing in the streets with their blouses and stuff on.
It was mainly Ernie. Ernie was the only one that was like, damn.
Everybody was like, you know, they got
black with the black on. That was like, okay, that's a little too far.
They like everybody was like, you know, they
Did
got.
he have any children? They continue to fight. I'm not for sure if he has kids. I'm sure if he does have kids, I believe that they will probably continue to pursue their father's justice claim.
Flaming dude, flaming dudes. Hey, that's how they dressed in the 80s. Which I found it kind of funny. I will say I did find it kind of.
Case court over by default. Sorry, go ahead.
I did find it kind of funny that a lot of the people from back then was up in the uproar by how people was dressing, especially like the early 2010s with the skinny jeans. I'm like, y'all remember what y'all were wearing in the 70s
They were
and
wearing
80s?
blouse.
Y'all was wearing fishnet tank tops.
Lace.
Like, come
tops.
on, man. Y'all was wearing literal heels.
Yeah, and the 90s took it like baggy, everything baggy.
They had to do the extreme of what y'all, opposite of what y'all did. Her Sylvester is
unofficially Isley.
He may be. They might be like Wu-Tang Clan. 100,000 members that you just don't know.
But I will say I think it's kind of, I ain't gonna, know my conspiracy hat is on, but like you're in the middle of a battle over the name your brother passed, but it could just be a coincidence.
Could be a coincidence. Let's let it be that. The LGBT look made them non-threatening
to white people.
That probably was a part of it, but it could bring it to cocaine as well.
But Prince in that category early in his career.
Prince was the most extreme, I would say. He walked around with his ass cheeks out and chaps. Come on. That's not even, don't give me that face. Prince was the most extreme. Are you denying that? Okay.
Well, he went out here being a pedophile.
I'll let it go. All right, what y'all, a couple of days ago, we sitting here minding our business, and I felt a little shake.
And I told
let me tell the story. I felt a little shake, and I said, Trevor, you felt that? He said, no, I ain't feel nothing. You being crazy right now. Y'all should have seen the look he gave me of just, what's wrong with you? You just weird. Something wrong with you. You're strange.
Because you is a strange individual.
Then he got on his phone and said, oh, it was an earthquake.
That was a day later.
No, that was the same day.
Oh,
it was a day later. You're right.
I was like, oh, that was a earthquake. I didn't feel it.
I didn't feel it neither. I felt
nada.
It. So Western Washington earthquake sparks concern among residents. Let me say this. If Washington start having too many of these, you need to get the hell out of here.
When dude said, I just felt the earthquake, I was like, nigga, you lying. You know
I didn't say earthquake. I know. Listen, you ain't got to put that much sauce on. I didn't call it earthquake, but I did say the building shaking.
You know how when black people get like scared themselves and they try to play it off, and then they get. That's how I was. I was like, nigga, what? I was like, what the fuck wrong with you? You fucking crazy. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't
crazy
an earthquake.
Disrespectful on it. Yeah,
but it was an earthquake. I'm just imagining being in like like South Seattle or downtown. But I do not want to be there when that happens. I really don't.
But I think this was only in the western part of.
They're having a test
Washington.
though. The 19th.
A drill, yeah.
A drill. Yeah. Because they feel like they said the big one is overdue here.
They've been saying that for like since I got here.
But it's coming.
They've been saying that.
At George, no surprise, I love Sylvester. Remember, this is R. Kelly's big homie. Yes, it is.
It is.
He wrote a lot of songs for Ronald Isley, I'm going to say. To cover or to take me to the next phase was crazy.
All right. Let me.
But RIP to Rudolph Isley. Hopefully his children will pursue his justice claim and not let Ronald.
Or, let's be honest, the kid's going to take that payoff and get up out of here.
Or Ronald going to get them the fuck out of here.
No, I don't think that. Hollywood studios break off strike talks with actors who slam bullying tactics.
Well,
how you doing, Tommy?
Shout out to Tommy. Tommy, why you late? We know you on at your damn job. You ain't got no damn job. Regina for everybody loving on these sus dudes.
Okay, we talked about this. We made sure to point out they said they had a tentative agreement. I think it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, or something like that. And it's completely falling apart again. So your slate of fall TV shows is going to be bad again. It's going to continue to be bad like it was at the beginning of the year.
LOL. Scoop ball. Tommy is scoop ball. Fuck Isley Brothers. Rest on these.
Oh, wow, George.
In the casino. Okay, you don't work though. What you playing with?
Hey, he gambling. He's making his money back. All right, let me just show
Shout out
this.
to Kiefer.
What up, Kiefer? Says here, talks bitterly broke off between Hollywood actors and studios late Wednesday, killing any hopes that the 3-month strike by performers would come to an end anytime soon. We can gonna go through all this. What do you think? How far you think it's gonna go?
Well, the actors are pretty much saying they're not ponying up the dough. They're not willing to pay them for their worth. And I think maybe the studios is like, oh, they starving for money. So by the time we come back to the table, we're going to negotiate down because they starving.
But the difference is they can't work because California just have passed.
Suckers and gaggers.
California passed the bill that allowed the writers and stuff to get unemployment.
True.
So it's supposed to sustain them during these.
But you normally don't get what you get. The most you get unemployment is
that
what,
don't
3
matter.
to 6 months.
The way they talking about how broke they are. It would do them just fine. The amount of money they're getting for what you call it. This will help them extend the boycott or the strike long enough. So I think they just fine.
HARP causes earthquakes. They done it before.
Man, this
yes,
weather,
they do.
the weather up here.
The weather was strange. To me, it feels like they made it get cool.
I don't know.
Because they kept talking about how we're in a different, the climate changed to El Nino, which means you're in a warmer climate. And if you notice, it's been very humid here.
Yeah.
Even with what they're trying to do, it's still humid. Because some days you wake up, they say it's 60, but it feel like it's 80. That's the humidity.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is fake weather, and they trying to, because they're saying we're in a drought, so they're making rain happen.
Yeah, they're like that misty rain.
And because they wanted to get cooler, it's gotten a little cooler.
Yeah. This is the official Twitter page for the union. They said it was with profound disappointment that we report the industry CEOs have walked away from our bargaining table after refusing to counter our latest offer. So they go through the not details of the negotiations, but what they want, they're looking for, what they offer them. Apparently, they offered the writers less than their initial offer. So when they was about to agree with them,
that's what I'm saying. Because they thought they were down so bad, they were like, they'll take any scraps we throw underneath the table.
And that is a negotiation tactic anyway.
Man, they get money, but blacks can't get reparations. Fuck it, I quit. George on code. Kiefer said the beginning of October is always like this though. Kiefer said, no, not really.
You're going too far.
I am a Seattleite, and you are new here, but this is how it goes. To me, somebody that's been here for 11 years, 12 years, 13, 14 years, one of them, it feels like this year is supposed to be warmer than what it is right now because it seems like it doesn't want to get cold, but it's getting cold.
Yeah.
So,
Hollywood's minority writers fear diversity to fall further down the agenda after strike. Now, we all know.
Here we go. In the article.
Let me just read this right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
It said, after the Writers Guild of America approved a new 3-year contract with major studios, Hollywood writers from underrepresented groups, many nervous about their job security in a rapidly changing industry, aim to refocus studios' attention on increasing diversity. They don't give a fuck about it. The WGA represents 11,500 film and television writers, but many minority members, people of color, LGBTQ plus individuals, disabled people, and women hoped the negotiations would have made diversifying the business a priority.
So this is the actors, right? Or the writers?
These are writers. And I guess the actors are included in this. It said the Guild's demands did not directly address diversity, but WGA West Board members and negotiating committee members, Angelina Burnett, said the contract talks were meant to protect everyone's economic stability. The new contract was approved on Monday. However, some Hollywood minority writers are troubled by what they seem as an institutional bias after several diversity initiatives suffered during cost cutting this year. Studios are not as outspoken about the inclusion pledges they made during the police killing of George Floyd in 2020.
So question. They're saying that they're not seeing enough minorities in writing and acting?
Well, kind of, yeah.
That's not true. It's a lot of black women on Netflix.
Oh, yes, a lot
with
of
their white hunk. They've been asking for it. They gave them that.
Chubby gonna keep throwing
AI can write better stories. Netflix and Amazon shows are absolutely horrible at best. You know what? You right, but you forgot about Apple. Apple is worse than Netflix and Amazon to me personally.
Yeah, it's pretty
FIFA True at Bringley Flawed. Regina on code. Here's the global links.
Oh, they talking about that. It says some writers have decided to launch their own initiative to revive those promises and support other minority writers.
Look at this. What type of black woman? Okay, honorable. Some of them are immigrants, but some of them are black American women. The majority are immigrants, but some are.
You sure a majority?
I think the majority of the ones I've seen, they are.
Okay, there will need to be lots of efforts made by writers and companies to make sure that our hiring is as equitable as possible. Said Raya Love Rocky, who is South Asian American, has worked on sitcoms, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, among other.
I didn't watch that. Did y'all watch that?
A writer on animated children's show Bossy Bear co-founded Black Women Rising after Floyd's death. The group's mission is to help low to mid-level black women writers in their careers, similar to groups like Black Women Brunch and Black Male Screenwriters also support black writers. Why is all this supported by separated by gender though?
You know why they do that? Beginning of October is crab cakes. Apple is where white fragility thrives. Oh yeah, I've seen some of this. Global Spiritual Ministries is one of one. The real honorable type, the kind that is not dishonorably whitewashed.
Oh shit, George. Damn. Now listen to this right here. I want to point. I just want to point this part right here out. It says some were laid off. Talking about the people that were hired. It said this summer, 6 black women executives who led diversity and inclusion initiatives abruptly left their jobs at major Hollywood organizations, including Warner Brothers Discovery, Netflix, the BBC, and the Academy of Motion Pictures. Some were laid off while others voluntarily quit. The reasons were not publicly announced, but the exodus occurred as studios, including Disney, Warner Brothers Discovery, and Netflix implemented major cost cuts. So when they started having these cost cuts, they immediately got rid of these people that were hired literally to just to teach the company about race and inclusion.
True.
They got rid of that. They're like, this is pointless. We done. So now that they're negotiating the writers thing, these same people know that race stuff, when it's time to get my money, I'm not talking about that race shit. We don't care.
It's about the green.
It's about the green.
The color of green.
That's the most important color.
On code, I like watching Bishop because his conspiracy info is fascinating, whether true or not, but he gets no well-known background details. I like when you put me onto that dude, Larry, the Bishop. I like him too. He's an orator for sure. Honorable Sienna, we might be reviewing all the diversity things due to the recent war stuff. These people looking for all the allies.
Well, yeah, they're replacing the black people.
Allies.
They're replacing the black people with Asians and all those other groups. They get rid of the black people from the writing, the act. They like we're 2020
black
Floyd.
writers.
That stuff we promised y'all during 2020 with the George Floyd situation, Breonna Taylor. We don't care about them no more. The bank's doing the same thing. They all reneging on what they said.
For what? You just find a way to read nigga again?
Read nigga.
So they all moving forward. It is what it is.
He is basically past the 2.0. His videos are absolutely top tier. I would not.
Don't look at you.
Sorry, on code. I put Pastor Darby in very high regard. I feel like the Bishop Larry puts out a lot of good information, but you don't know whether or not it's true. And then he be talking about how he be going to these industry parties with these tiny hat people. Pastor Darby didn't do that type of shit that we know of. So I'm not gonna say him. I'm not gonna call him 2.0. Because if I had to pick between which one I was going to watch, it'd be Pastor Darby.
What if he's saying 2.0 as in he's another version? He's not
okay,
saying he's better.
That's true. I'm not trying to, but Pastor Darby is like very charismatic.
He not?
Yeah, he's charismatic, but he'll block your ass quick too. There are so many videos of others dancing, singing, doing everything black culture without black people. Y'all are right.
Yes.
Love Pastor Darby. Fuck diversity. You have to be dishonorably whitewashed to believe that shit. I agree with George.
Oh shit. Oh man.
I'm not taking shots at dishonorable. I mean
dishonorable.
Wow. No disrespect. Honorable Sienna. Damn it. She gonna get me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Agree, Travis. Regarding Pastor Darby and Bishop.
Pastor the
connoisseur.
All right.
All right.
Now let's get
All I
into
ain't no one but be going to Jew parties. Yeah, he says that his videos that he goes to these gala and these like award
Gala.
ceremonies, and these Jewish people be inviting him there. Honorable Sienna, don't give me the eye looking. I wasn't trying to disrespect you. All disrespect all day. No, that's not what I was trying to do.
all right, let's look at this right quick. Did y'all watch the BET Hip Hop Awards this year?
Hell no, we didn't watch that shit. Did you?
I didn't. Watch it.
You skipped it like everybody else did, huh?
BET Hip Hop Awards 2003. See the complete list of winners. Fat Joe,
His fat ass
hosted it again. They were honored. Switz and Timbaland were honored for their cultural influence. Now here's a weird thing.
Did he? He said he saw it on Cole. Hell no. Nope.
Not
Not
in
years.
years.
LOL. Didn't.
They had Switz Beats and Timbaland there. I'm surprised. Like, whatever happened to verses? They just are they still in court trying to get control over?
I think it went on a hiatus because Swish Beats and Timberland were suing. What's the name of the company? I forgot a word. I forgot the name. Oh shit. Not compelling discourse. Please, somebody give us the name so we're not out here hanging. Who took over? Who's? Oh shit, we done fucked up.
You look it up. Here, right here. Switch Beats and Timbaland sales versus. But yeah, hip hop artist of the year. They gave it to Kendrick Lamar. I'm surprised by that. Didn't he only release like one song this year?
Who?
Kendrick Lamar. Or is this for last year?
Triller.
That's
They
it.
told her the Triller. We got the name.
So they've been caught.
Won't happen again. She said, no, I saw some performances on YouTube, but they claimed the ratings were up this year.
I mean, I would hope
that's the false narrative that they're trying to present because Fat Joe is hosting it.
No, didn't they get more people to come this year? I'm talking about celebrities. LOL,
Who was the celebrities? Exactly.
Was Cardi B there?
She ain't no fucking celebrity. That's a turtle. Dino.
She's famous. Go ahead.
LOL, 20 years ago.
Fat Joe dressed
like the green frog on worship. Fat Joey.
Fat Joe looked like a Spanish
corporately recognized as the new black. Absolutely. 20 years sounds like right for me too. Kendrick Lamar and just Cole are industry plants.
Oh, and J. Cole. Yeah. Kendrick Lamar, let me say this. And I like a lot of his music, but it's obvious that he has a lot of backing with how he's spoken about. And I find it funny when people talk about how when this discourse happened with Drake about how he doesn't go on hip hop platforms for interviews. He goes to these white platforms.
Oh, like the little white girl.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, Kendrick, only platform he go on is Big Boy.
Chris Brown too. He goes on Big Boy.
But I'm saying Kendrick be on a bunch of white platforms. He get interviewed by white people 90% of the time. Huh?
What white people?
What's the dude name? He used to have a late night show.
Jimmy Kimmel?
No, the one who got exposed for having an affair, but instead of letting them blackmail him, he just came out and said it.
You can't be saying what's the name, what's this. You got to know who you're talking about when you're
getting
information.
He get interviewed by people like that, late night people, or those people they consider these eccentric people. But
they use black marketing, black ownership to sell platforms, and then host a Latinx show that went horribly wrong and nobody supported it.
Yeah,
BT is canceled. Agreed, George.
It's kind of bad. Song of the year, Lil Uzi Vert, Just Wanna Rock. I know that I heard it before, but hip hop album of the year, Her Loss with Drake and 21 Savage. But he didn't win artist. All right, whatever. These are all the wins and losses. Best duo, live performer. They gave it to Kendrick. Kendrick got lyricist of the year. I don't know how he got it over J. Cole, but whatever. Point of the matter is.
Oh, you saying that J. Cole should have got it over Kendrick?
As a lyricist? Yeah.
Okay. Now,
speaking of hip hop, I want to show what Juicy J had to say.
Biracial people sticking up for biracial people.
Did you just call me biracial? You tripping.
Well, hell, in real life, they wouldn't know what you were.
Okay.
I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but I'm being real. Rap music is down 40% this year. I'm going to say it again. Rap music is down 40%. Check the charts. Check the math. I don't make the rules.
Good, it's trash.
I do not make the rules. It's down 40%. What are we?
Kendrick Lamar, as he should. Kendrick Lamar won as he should. He's the reset hip hop needs. God MC of the day. Leave him alone. A biracial Ken. Never out rap Kendrick.
You listen to Jeezy?
Them glasses is gay.
Hold on. You listen
said rap music.
You listen to this? You listen to that song by Jeezy? What's the name of it? American Dream. Jeezy featuring J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. I'm just saying.
Dishonorable rap music should be down. What genre is up then? I
think music is down.
Didn't they promote that house music?
No, I think music is down.
I think Duke is right. I think music is down in general.
But I heard somebody
pop.
I heard somebody say
hey, country was popping with a fucker this small fucking town.
That was just one song.
No, they were popping.
As rappers, producers, composers,
yeah,
etc. Gonna do about this shit. Cause it's down 40%.
Okay, nigga, we get
this
it.
year.
I want to show this next video.
K Rhino out raps. Oh, who K Rhino?
I know a lot of people don't want to hear this.
That's underground. Oakland rapper.
Yeah, it's the same.
Agree. Music is down like everything is down.
And this might be.
But hell, inflation is up.
This might be. People ain't buying shit because you gotta choose. Now look at this. City Girls.
Third studio album, Raw, dropping this month. Guess what Raw stand for?
Real ass whores.
Black American women.
It's funny
real
because,
ass whores.
Wasn't one of them talking crazy about immigrants?
It was JT. She had a right to, though.
So they got this new album coming called Real Ass Whores.
So they're going the route of Sexy Red. For
good.
music. That's the new wave.
I'm glad you brought that up. It shows that music in general, but society in general obviously goes in waves, trends. And music, just like hip-hop, like every other genre, has its waves of what's popular. The quote-unquote ratchet music is not new. We've known a lot of ratchet music in our lives. But now we're in the ghetto ratchet era where it's just be as vulgar as you can be.
And you know, the funny part is you wonder why, and female rappers wonder why they're not respected or seen as lyricists.
Yes. The ones that we talking about here don't care. So
no, not this new age. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so there are female rappers that are good rappers who definitely get.
What's her name? Rhapsody?
This gets put on them.
Yeah.
But they are definitely following the Sexy Red archetype of just being.
I can't say that Sexy Red invented it.
No,
because it started with the 90s.
No, I'm saying the trend is up.
Yeah, she brought that she brought the trend back. Yeah, agreed. It's amazing how they claim everything as rap music, but only turns to black people with this warning.
Let me say this before you go next. There was a rapper named Juice WRLD. He got Lil Uzi. None of them are rappers. If you listen to their music sound like mid 2000s rock and roll. But because they're black and they have some rap songs, they get thrown in a category with the rappers and the hip hop artists. They're not hip hop rap artists. They do multiple genres. And I remember somebody asked this man made a point that said hip hop needs to separate into different genres. Obviously, you got trap music.
I thought they're already separated into different genres.
Well, what the hell is Lil Uzi? He's not a rapper. It's not.
Lil Uzi is like a rock rapper.
Well, that's not a category then.
Okay.
So yeah. Alternative. That's another one. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Dishonorable would support an industry plant like White Zaddy programming them too. Inflation is up. No lies detected. I can no longer respect society. If you respect society, get the fuck out of my face with this dishonorable shit. At George, when did you ever have a reason to respect society? Old school and 90s hip hop and R&B is timeless.
Yeah, brilliant as screw.
At this point, some of the girls need to listen to their music as comedy and rack up at the Grammys.
So that's what they're doing. While people are like, man, music is bad, they winning awards and get money, so it's a win for them.
There was a time, the 80s, it's unsettling. Picture your daughter singing along.
That was Uncle.
I concur.
George.
They're alternative. He's trash. George is because. Is that because all was big in the 80s, including the ratchetness, but wasn't plastered all over? The tale lies to your vision.
I saw somebody make a point. They said that back in the late 90s, early 2000s, music was more diverse because everything had to go through MTV and BET. And because those networks want to garner the biggest audience as possible, they'll bring on people from different regions. So they're gonna bring somebody from the South, they're gonna bring somebody from the North, they're gonna bring somebody from the West Coast.
And when was this?
2000s.
You talking about? I thought you said the 80s. Sorry.
No. And they would bring up these diverse artists from all over the country with these different sounds because they want the biggest audience possible to come to their network, their channel.
You talking about TRL?
I said MTV and
okay.
BET. So now nothing goes through that. Everything is just put straight on the internet, straight to your streaming devices. So there's no need to sell different genres because you don't need them in one place. You coming to us anyway. We can sell you one thing and that's fine. So
dishonorable thinking is alternative zaddy thinking.
What is it? Alternative rap? Is that what we're gonna call it?
That's good. I think that's a perfect name for
alternative rock pop rap, I guess. This shit was
intelligible back then with vocabulary and meaning.
There's people now with vocabularies and got meaning.
During the early 90s, the most coveted hip hop item was HBCU sweatshirt or hoodie. It fostered higher education.
Well, the 90s is when they went from the 90s was, I'm gonna be honest, the 90s was almost a hoodwink. Because in the 60s and 70s, you saw an uptick in the black nationalist, pro-black beliefs. In the 90s, they took the black nationalistic beliefs and turned it into a Pan-African belief. They kind of put Pan-Africanism covered black nationalism, and those are not the same.
Talking about the conscious rappers.
I'm talking about in general society. Okay. Those are not the same thing, but they made it seem like it was the same thing.
This shit is Travis and dishonorable programming music, Two Kings and a Cipher, X-Clan, Black Prince.
All right, let me play this. Show this. 50 Cent stands on claim that Diddy got Tupac. I've been talking to a therapist to help me with this shit. I be saying there's some crazy shit on my mind.
Is that a quote by 50 Cent?
Yeah, you think he just trolling?
Sometimes he's trolling, sometimes he's not trolling.
50 Cent doubled down on his assertion that Diddy got Tupac killed. A viral video showed Fifth addressing his comments regarding Puff and involvement in Pac's death. The footage began circulating on Tuesday night and saw the Queen's MC reiterate his claims during what appears to be his final lap tour. Let me put this in context. 50 don't like Diddy.
No, he's came out with other allegations regarding his sexuality, and
50 has the personality where he will go at you. He will go at you forever. He's still going at Ja Rule, and Ja Rule going at him. So once he beefs with you, it's forever.
Well, he's also an agent of chaos.
He's an agent of chaos, and he's
an
a
agent
troll.
Of chaos.
He's a troll. So him doing this, he might think this is just something I can talk shit about Diddy. I can keep going viral, and it won't affect them because it's probably not true. At least that might be his beliefs.
True.
I don't think he actually saying this because he believes it personally. I don't. I think he knows it's gonna get this right here. He knows it's gonna get a headline.
It's gonna make him viral.
Yeah, and 50 go viral all the time. He knows how to do it. He knows how to play the social media game.
These colleges ain't right. Indoctrinated camps. No, they are not the same. Arabian Prince.
Let me. We're gonna get to this next story. I don't think I got what's it called for this doing. Let's get right into it then.
Get your degree or 33rd degree. It's a flat fins.
There's a reason why colleges are all surrounded by greenery. Jada Pinkett Smith was shocked.
Oh my God.
Will Smith called her wife after Oscars slap. I'm so tired. I've never seen a person lower their likability in public so quickly and so dramatically as Jada Pinkett. I don't think I've ever seen it.
She's a mendacious person. She's untrustworthy.
So now she got a memoir coming out. She had an interview where she said her and Will have been separated since 2016.
50 is a part of the bullshit with Diddy.
She said that they've been separated since 2016, and that when Will Smith, and that she also said that Chris Rock.
Uncle, is that an acronym? What does it stand for?
The Feds.
Feds. Okay. I don't know.
I think it's the red hat. I don't know if you're talking about that though.
Oh, shocking reveal of it all is a new claim that there was no chemistry between her and Pac. Yeah, we know that's a lie.
That's crazy.
You don't talk about a man 30 years.
Didn't she say he
and
proposed?
say there's no chemistry between y'all.
Now she's saying that he proposed to her while he was in prison.
Long red cap, no brim.
Tassels, yeah, the Fez, yeah, the Moors, the dudes that say they're the Moors, that were the Fez, the Moors temple,
Okay.
science temple, yeah. So she said that Pac asked her to marry him when he was in prison. She said that her and Will been separated since 2016. She said that Chris Rock back then tried to get, I think around 2016, whatever, when they heard rumors of them getting a divorce, he tried to get with her, and then the slap.
And said, Jada, can I get the draws?
Yes.
And she was appalled. She was like, I'm still married.
So she's saying the real reason why Will went on stage is probably because of that.
Hold on. She said, I'm still married. She said, no. She said, I seen August Sienna's the R&B singer.
Yeah.
She said, I seen those images of him on the images. I'm willing to give it up for him. You know, your ugly ass.
So then Chris Rock smacked her. Then she said she was surprised that he slapped him because they haven't referred to each other as husband and wife in years. Whatever. This is just nasty, man.
It is. It's nasty. It's very demeaning towards her husband. I mean,
emasculation is an editor.
I would say that it's tacky. I don't think she should come out with a tell-all.
Well, we don't know if this is going to be about him, but
it's going to be about, well, she's making it about him. She's using Will Smith as...
She's using Chris Rock, too. And even Chris Rock came out and said, can you please keep my name out your fucking mouth?
Oh, he's scared he's going to get another slap.
No, he's like, you clout chasing for your memoir at this point.
That's true. We know that's what she's doing.
I know, but...
I mean, she has to sell.
She got to sell a book.
She don't want to flop.
I'm going to say this, and I said this like 2-3 years ago when I saw their interactions. And y'all let me know if y'all agree or not. It seems to me like Jada Pinkett Smith has a ton of resentment towards Will Smith.
Why do you think that's so?
I believe it's because she's now known as Will Smith's wife. I think she's one of those women that have very strong-willed woman. Wait, let me finish. She's one of those strong-willed women who wanted to be known for her career, her talent, and I'm an individual. And the second she married Will Smith, she was known as Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. That's what I believe. There's clearly some resentment there, some anger there. There's no respect whatsoever. Go ahead.
We can go with the three-dimensional thing that she is the mother goddess.
Maybe. That's obvious.
She's the mother goddess.
The roles they play in the industry.
And she's doing everything that she's supposed to embarrass him. This is a role. This is theatrical. I don't feel sorry for Will Smith.
What's to feel sorry for? What's the point of saying that? What's to feel sorry for?
Because I said it. You got a problem with what I said?
Good Lord. I said, what is there to feel sorry about?
Well, because it's almost victim.
How is he a victim?
That's the way some people are portraying it, victim.
I don't know. He victim. I just think he needs to get away from it.
Exactly. I agree with you on that.
Oh, yeah. You ever talking about some... Yeah, don't nobody feel... I don't think
when
most people
50
feel sorry
Cent
for
came
him.
on the scene with Get It Shawty, was that 50 Cent?
I don't know.
Oh, Go Shawty, it's your birthday. Okay. I was walking along on Fleet Market in Hawaii, and all the sellers of the stereos was blasting that song.
Yeah, he was huge.
Jada said her months like June, July, September. Jada is canceled. Only dishonorable would think a couple that swingers by open marriage would equal chemistry. Dishonorable white zaddy thinking.
Okay, George is going at honorable all today, I guess.
On the day of the infamous slap, Will and Jada posted, "We choose chaos tonight. Actors and acting continuously, in my humble opinion. Exactly. Wish she would just go away. Me too. This shit is not shocking. Deprogram yourself. Jada and Will's marriage was put together to hide his gayness. Allegedly, well, she addressed rumors about both of them.
Yeah.
Jada, a doorknob.
Everybody.
There's a movie, Will imitated. Guy goes on stage, slaps guy.
Oh, yeah, he goes on stage.
The only thing strong on Jada is a turn with the throat action.
George.
We're spending too much time on her, respectfully.
I agree. We about to move on.
Jada and Kamala are neck and neck. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
You hit with that one.
If you didn't catch that one, we ain't supposed to catch that one. Why is everyone pretending to be shocked by the light-skinned women behaving like that? Wow. Wow.
Hey, that's a stereotype. That is true.
Isn't this the norm? She might be locked into her teenage years, which is why we get all the Tupac references. I said she's playing the exact role that she played with Lorenz Tate in that movie back in the day, where she's a little bit older than him. He was on vacation with his family. They know the movie. I don't give a damn. I don't know the name.
Type it in. Lorenz Tate. Pick a movie.
She's playing as where she was teasing him. She really wasn't interested in him, but she used him to buy time for the day, pretty much.
Yeah, hold on. We about to get it. Let's see right there.
Okay. Where did it go?
Right there. Hold on, y'all.
Inkwell.
Inkwell.
I said it before I looked it up. Now I got it. Inkwell.
Inkwell. Y'all know that movie.
So yeah, I said she's playing. There you go. Sassy Shantae is in the building.
What up? What up? What up?
Only victim is suckers that turn big time hoes into housewives. Slow neck. Damn. Slow neck. They said it themselves. Bad marriage for life. The Inkwells.
Yes, the Inkwells.
More Zaddy. Philosophy. Jada is doing witchcraft. I agree with that. That's why I said she's the mother goddess.
That's why I brought this right here up. Because we about to move on from Jada. But if you look at this woman's face right here, you can tell she has some.
And you know what? She looks like her mother now too. She is starting like
her mama.
Like her mother is what? Barbados or Trinidadian? One of them, Caribbean.
There's
one of
some
them.
people you can look at and see, like Beyonce mama. That look like a witch.
Yeah, she do.
Jada and her mama look like witches. Like they look like it.
Occult groups share their heads. Wow. Black Death movie. What's the name of it? Dishonorable. All the White Zaddy programming movies. They're both doing witchcraft. In fact, I think of the Baphomet when I see them. Evil look.
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to...
I don't got to play the video. We already talked about this.
Nigga, you talk about my mama? Travis' mom don't look like Victorian sluts.
He said she don't. So I just want to show.
She's masculine and he's feminine. Regina, I get it.
What?
Oh, on call says she's masculine, he's feminine.
Yeah, I just want to show her face. I ain't got to play the video. I want to show you the same thing she did on that red table talk where she was just smiling the whole time. It was just like, yeah. All right. Carlee Russell.
Mischievous look.
Found guilty in faked Hoover abduction. Judge recommends year in jail and $18,000 in restitution. What do you think?
I don't think she should go to jail for a year.
There's people that saying she wasted a lot of resources with that lie.
She was gone for 2 days.
I'm talking the resources spent. There were actual people probably missing.
Then make her pay back the money.
So you don't think jail should be a thing?
Do you think she should go to jail for a year?
Well, hold on. Would you rather?
Did she put anybody in harm?
When she used resources of somebody who may have been in harm.
Did she put anybody in harm's way?
I just answered the question.
She did not put anybody in harm's way.
Would you rather the jail or just the payment?
I think she should just do the payment.
So no jail, just payment.
Yeah,
just pay the money
give her
back.
probation and make her pay back. That's what the $18,000 restitution is for. Why should she go to jail?
Because
look at Keeper. She should go
I was about
to
to
jail.
say that. Listen, when someone does something like this and you say, "Oh, you just got to pay the money back," people will pull this stunt to get famous, and then the money they got to get back to you, they already made that money.
Okay,
in the stunt.
but this has been done before, so why make an example out of her?
I'm sure she.
This is not the first time this has been done before. Why make an example out of her?
I'm sure she wouldn't be the first person to go to jail.
No, you are.
You know
You're
what? I'm gonna
advocating
be
for her
honest
to
with my
go to
opinion.
jail.
I'm gonna be honest with my opinion.
Go
I
ahead,
think she
be
should go to
honest.
jail.
Okay, then that's your
I would
opinion.
rather that versus her trying to pay $18,000.
I do not think that
That you rather her be in debt.
She's already in debt.
I don't know how much money she make.
She had filed bankruptcy.
I'm just saying, you rather her be in debt.
Well, you kind of are pocket watching. You said she don't look like she got $18,000.
When I said I never said she don't look like nothing. I said I don't know. $18,000.
Well, you switched it up and said you don't know.
I said I don't know.
Okay, for you to say, I think she should go to jail instead of paying the $18,000. Which
I don't
means
think
to me, in my mind, you're saying she don't have the money to do it.
She was working. What was she working?
She was a nurse.
A nurse.
Wasn't she a nurse? What is she?
Okay, let's say she was a nurse.
Nurses make good money.
She went to college. So she might be having to pay back loans, possibly.
Yeah, she already doing it.
So now you're adding this on top of the debt.
Okay, then, dude, let her be tough and go to jail for a year. Instead of paying out money, go to jail for a year.
You're
not gonna recognize the fact that when you go to jail or prison, it changes a person's mentality. Some not for the good.
Look, man.
But anyway,
I guarantee you she would choose jail.
Okay, then.
Because now
she's
she's
not
serve
trying
a
to
whole
choose jail
year.
because they're appealing it.
It's not like she's gonna pay a whole year. No, they're appealing her having to go to jail and pay the money.
She don't want to go to jail because if she was fine with it, she'd just say, "I'll do my time."
No, she still would pay the money though. Anyway,
Even if she goes to jail, she still got to pay the money, dude.
that's what I'm saying. I just said that.
I'm trying to get rid of the jail sentence and just have her pay the money.
But we don't. Anyway, yeah, we're going in circles. But
I'm
yeah.
not going in
No,
circles.
I said,
Don't be afraid of the witches. Good and evil, duality, like everything else in the Ram. While didn't know she wasn't African American. Google, she is of Jamaican and Bajan descent, which is Bohemian, I believe.
talking about
On her
Jada.
mother's side, and African American descent on her father's. Yeah, she is. Her
So she
father is Black
African-American.
American. Remember, Honorable, we go by the
The
father
father,
seed.
she's African
On
American.
code, just masculine and will never be in nothing but a sissy. Flip it like everything else in the realm. Why is Carlee mother mad at the public? Dishonorable, black card revoked. She should go to jail. Kifa, buck breaking was one of our bed.
Will, yeah, boat breaking will, yeah.
No jail. Pay the fines.
Regina wants to pay the fine.
Kifa, you're not going to bring the crab case, then nothing happened. Jail because she's an idiot. On code, your standard low. Did she ever say what she did this?
Oh, the dude. That Ben came out. She did this to try and get the attention of the dude, apparently.
If Will Smith was your best, I don't know you, bro. Will Smith will never be Denzel. I think he surpassed Denzel.
What? This is a whole nother discussion. You think Will Smith is higher than Denzel?
I think Denzel plays the same roles over and over.
Like?
The low budget ransom heist. Tell me she not that bright nor has 8K. Shantae, damn.
See, but you just look what you just said to me though. Jada jaded.
If Duke and Travis not going to start GoFundMe for her, then y'all should go to jail. Jada jaded. Masonry is magic. Fuckery. Fuck all magic.
Did Chloe Sting?
Situation happened in May 2023. Go to jail.
Isn't
Travis is on crack.
Isn't it a Caucasian girl who did it?
Shantae.
Chloe Stein.
I think Travis and Dishonorable is dating. George, hold on, George. Did you just say I was on crack? Nigga, you on crack. That's why it took you so long to get on StreamYard last week, because your ass was behind those bum ass houses in Oakland hitting fucking rocks. A fucking 8-ball. Get the fuck out of here. Don't start me today, George. George Wilkins, let the magic work ya versus against. Give her a little time. Don't call me no fucking crackhead.
All right.
I ain't on that shit.
Black student suspended over hairstyle to be removed from his school. A black student who was spent more than a month in school suspension over his dreadlocks has been told he will be removed from his Texas high school and sent to a disciplinary alternative education program on Thursday. So they just said, we done with this. We're gonna.
Well, no, he was already put in there. I think like this. We've been talking about this in October. When did they start this? It was in October when they started it. And
I think it was.
It goes till November.
I think it was earlier than that.
Make better the choices, Carlee.
Exactly.
Why do the story monthly?
Why do the story monthly? Sheesh.
I bless nuts. Not. I'm not reading that.
All right, so they just done with it.
Well, no, I think they sued him.
What you talking about? Yeah, of course they have.
They just have to wait till what goes and what happens in court.
What up, Craig?
Shout out to Craig Council.
Now this next story.
I was noticing recently all the great blacks masculine actors that have either dad on off screen have been accused, making them controversial.
Well, masculinity in general in Hollywood is being demonized. So anybody who shows it, they're gonna call you a bad person. They're
Travis
gonna bring some dirt on you and just.
Will is a better actor than
destroy
Denzel crackhead. No, well that's your opinion and Duke's opinion. That ain't my opinion. Carlee needs like 6 months. So we got some people that's saying no time. Some people that want a full year, and some people say give a half. I don't think she should have to do a year.
But okay, we talked about that story. Now this one. Teacher severely beaten by student over Nintendo Switch refuses to help lighten sentence. I don't know if y'all remember this story. A few months ago, there was a autistic student, 6'6", 270 pounds, who a teacher took his game from him, and he ran up on her and he beat her unconscious. And it was a real viral story. They tried to treat it like he was just some regular student, but he's autistic.
He's autistic. So
now he's being, they said, possibly sentenced to 30 years in prison for what he did. And the woman that he did it to is not giving him any leeway. Or at least she's not. They coming to her and ask for her to speak like, he's autistic. Can you please speak for a leniency? And she's just not putting herself in it.
Should she?
She said the judge is going to deal with it, basically. Let him deal with it. The judge says that what she say is not going to factor into nothing that he do anyway, so.
Carlee needs time because her and her mother have learned nothing from this.
Yeah, they're trying to give him 30 years.
Dang, 30 years, that's a lot.
People that commit murder get 30 years.
He's not going to get 30 years for... I'm gonna go off the ledge and say I don't think he's going to get 30 years for what he did to the teacher. Because they said they might make it... The judge said he might make it back juvenile because he has
He's
autistic.
17. He is 17. He just turned 18 while he was in custody.
So, however, this is not the first time this has happened.
No, he hasn't beat no teacher. He's been in 2 fights before.
He's been in 2 altercations,
And
and
been
then
in
when he
fight
went
jail.
to jail, he got into another altercation. So that's 4.
When he's autistic. I'm not going
So
to say...
that means that he may need to be in an alternative school for
Oh, that's
kids
obvious.
that have disabilities. So why keep bringing him to this school when maybe he shouldn't be around people? I don't know.
Well, obviously he needs special attention. He should not be in a normal high
But
school.
we can't just like that's for instance, I have an autistic
I know
person that works
I'm
for
about
me.
to go that route. Go ahead.
I have
Let me ask the
autistic-
question first. When a person is autistic, people tend to look at them like they treat them like it's a more severe situation than it really is.
I don't.
I'm saying it's not you. I'm saying some people look at a person who's autistic and view them as, oh, you got to treat them with special hands at all
I
times.
don't.
They have no real ability to know what's right from wrong when they do.
I talk when I talk to my employee that has autism, I treat him like he's a normal person. Like I'm having issues with him now. When he does something good, I give him his kudos. When he does something wrong, I correct him instantly. He does get a little shaky.
Yeah, he gets confused at some point. Yeah,
I think that he does better with women overseeing him or talking to him
probably because his mother.
because his mother maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But I'm just very direct with him. But I'm not like too aggressive. But I am assertive with him when I talk to him because he needs to get the point across. Hey, such and such, you didn't do this.
Yeah, you can read some of that. Look, what y'all think about this?
For sure.
What do y'all think about the teacher not speaking to give him leniency? She wants him, let happen what's gonna happen, pretty much.
Dishonorable, stop it. There's a spectrum, though. Life is considered 25 years. Travis is slow. Who did exposed? Kudos for Travis. Depends on his autism. Travis is not cultured enough. Charleston White. Travis is not a mental health expert.
Keeper said that there is a spectrum. What's that? What did she say right here?
What?
That.
Did you see your girl Angela Rye is doing rounds on the media talking about why Joe Biden is one of...
Oh, we're going to get to that. We're going to
for?
get to that. We're going to get to that Joe Biden situation. Clubhouse ruined the...
Clubhouse ruined the spectrum narrative for me. I don't believe if it's at that point, if all performative.
So y'all think he should get to 30, or y'all think it's a bit much and he should just be punished in a more... Or should he be sent to a mental facility? What do you think?
Having autism is a form of a mental disability. So I would
Like
say,
she said, there is a spectrum to this. So do you treat him like a normal civilian?
I don't think he
or-
should just get away with it. No, I don't. I believe there needs to be some sort of a corrective action put towards his behavior.
Everybody,
Bit much. That's heavy.
if it doesn't fit the crime, Regina. And
30 years is too much. I would say
Obviously,
10
no.
years is too much. 5 years is too much. 3 years is too much.
Well,
Autism
okay, I
is the
gotta
next.
say it. He is 6'6", 270. He did beat her unconscious, and they're trying to. I don't know if this is true. They're saying he almost beat her to a point where she could have problems down the line. So you think 3 years would be too much?
No, I will let the judge decide. I think that 30 is too much. I think 5 is too much. 3 may be too much. And she was not a good professional. 1 year probation with rehabilitation for 2 years. I agree.
You agree with that?
I agree. I don't think he should serve any time. I think he,
It was a reaction.
they get in situations where when they get stressed out, they react. Like, for instance, my employee, he starts sweating profusely. Like, he sweats And I have to say, Mitchell, we have a little thing. Whenever you're nervous, overwhelmed, step away, go to the bathroom, wipe yourself off, take 10 minutes to cool down and recuperate. Because when he gets overwhelmed, he gets angry. I don't think he does well in social environments. He works better when he's by himself. That's why we have him in a different location for like 3 or 4 hours out of the day, and then we bring him back to my location. Because he works better when he's in isolated individual situations opposed to being around other people. Okay. Big YouTuber, white boy, Jake Paul type kid.
Talk shit about people in the comments.
Sexy Red got the Democrat shield. Girlie shook. They scared the hood. We'll be flipping red. I love it for us. If it was a white autistic kid, you know it would be a different.
Oh, it was in Florida Keeper.
I agree.
It was in Florida.
Travis harassed him just for fun.
It was in Florida Keeper.
I agree. I agree. If it was a white autistic kid, I think that
Hell.
she would be more lenient with the judge and say, "Oh, he's autistic. I don't think he meant this. He was just overwhelmed and anxious."
Man, let's be honest.
A bunch of different
in
scenarios.
the same state of Florida, remember the autistic kid was in the street and a black dude tried to help him and the cop ended up shooting the damn black teacher or whatever he was, caretaker? So that autistic kid got a black man shot.
Yeah.
So they clearly handle it differently. But let me
instead of shooting a white autistic kid, I'm gonna shoot your black ass.
I'm gonna shoot your black ass. And he just looked at him like, "Why you shoot me?" I don't know. Craig a beast. All right. Frank James sentenced to life in prison for subway mass shooting. We talked about Frank James, a lot of strange stuff around him. I think he was in the military, had problems.
Well, you know, there was a lot of conspiracies around Frank James.
We talked about it. He did. He was in a mental institution, and he said out of his own mouth that mental institution made him worse. He talked about some reprogramming that he was trying to go there and get. I'm just saying. And then the situation don't make sense. How does a man who's that big and heavy, you telling me he was moving that quick and that swiftly? He was able to get in and out on the train. He was able to pull weapons. Come on, bro. That don't make sense.
So you're saying he was a plant?
I don't even think he did it. Once again, when we first saw the story, they kept saying how there was somebody recording people coming out of the tunnel saying, "Wait, what happened?" But nobody who was actually there said what happened. They kept saying, "Yeah, I had a friend who was there."
And the numbers that they gave in the article matches up with what they normally do.
The street was what's the number of the street? Was it
66, 33rd, one of them.
Yeah, 33rd something street.
Don't say if you don't know the name.
So this is a strange story.
Brandley Flower, my inner voice, says she needs her ass whooped, but I digress. Why haven't we heard a defense for the kid? I feel a little sorry for it. I don't feel bad either for the troglodyte. The South, the sentencing doesn't surprise me. Dishonorable. Because people like you whitewash. That's why we haven't heard a defense for that poor Charlottesville black kid. LOL on code. So I was lost for a minute. Who is Frank? The YouTuber got it. Yeah, he's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
That was going on these rants. He would talk shit about black people.
No, he was one of those people that believed that black people need to suffer in order to be fixed.
Well, we are suffering.
No, he believed that there needs to be a cataclysmic. There needs to be a giant event that happens that will make black people get together. So there needs to be something that happens that force black people to rely on each other.
Well,
and
damn,
unify.
nothing ain't worked yet.
So, like a a very harsh event need to happen. But
like what?
Slavery.
Oh, we need to go back. That's what you're saying?
He said it. He said we need to be back in slavery.
Okay.
That's what he said.
I don't think that's gonna work out well.
Defendant fired 32 rounds, wounding 10 defenseless victims before his gun jammed on a crowded train subway car in Brooklyn. So we know the story already. We don't have to go through it. He got sentenced to life. Not surprising, obviously. Another maturing candidate. All right, move forward. Huh?
Maturing candidate.
Pizza. Mr. Pizza. Who is Cesar Pena? Warning to Black America about DJ envy and financial products promoted on The Breakfast Club. I ain't gotta go through this article. I'll be saying this. I've been clicking on a lot of this woman articles. She be on the ass. But she went through and talked about all the stuff. I want to show this because DJ Envy is now saying that he is a victim of the situation.
Sure he is.
Caesar and I, we didn't have any knowledge of real estate growing up as a kid. I was from Queens. He was from the west side of New York. and he knew nothing about investing. We both had to figure it out.
When I was in jail, I met a guy, and he was an investor, and he became my mentor, and he inspired me to get into real estate.
So while you in prison,
both of them up. Envy need jail
both of
time.
them,
both of them up. Both of them.
So hold on, you learn how to invest in prison. Who the nigga you asked for the information from probably is in jail for scamming himself. Why would you? What are we doing?
Well, you know, he already had allegations against him, like credit card fraud.
Like
he got out. He got out like what, 13 years ago?
Yeah, something like that. So basically, in this, I'm not gonna show the whole clip. He basically came to a conclusion. This doc that was supposed to come out, I guess, talking about the business partnership, kind of proves that they were in cahoots and were 100% partners. Unlike what Envy is now saying, where he says that we weren't partners, we were just working together on certain things.
It's too hot.
It's over, bruh. Hell is hot. It's over.
DJ Envy out there in the sun. He getting dark.
Even Envy, I wouldn't be surprised if a Rico come on. I would not be surprised. All right,
y'all always want RICO cases on niggas.
Oh, RICO cases is everywhere right now.
We don't know what DJ Envy is.
All right, real estate ripoff. Radio DJ promoted alleged New Jersey scheme, leaving investors out of millions. So it's now hit the big boy stage. You got NBC New York doing a whole segment on the scam.
She said, will iHeart have to pay? Tease was stealing from his people in place, and Envy used his platform to target the blacks.
Well, no, a lot of the people that came in this report, at least with this right here,
they were Hispanic.
They were Spanish.
Lock their asses up.
Let me just play some
Envy
of this.
Is canceled in my Nino Brown voice.
Let me play some of this clip of this investigative journalism they did with New York NBC.
Don't forget to keep the soap on the rope.
One of the most recognizable voices in radio. Investors in a real estate venture say they were swindled out of millions of dollars. And they argue syndicated radio rapper Rashawn Casey,
real estate Rico,
DJ Envy from the show The Breakfast Club, promoted these deals. Investigative reporter Sarah Wallace talked to the alleged victims and has the response to those mounting accusations you're about to hear for the first time.
We've helped so many people, not just regular people, but celebrities, athletes, executives.
That's DJ Envy on his syndicated iHeart radio show, The Breakfast Club. He's often promoted the real estate venture of his pal, Cesar Pina.
You might know him on Instagram as Flippin' NJ.
But it's more than just a passing endorsement.
You could partner with us on some deals, make some money with us.
Envy and Cesar have teamed up for seminars, including one at the Jacob Javits Convention Center.
Stay on his ass, boy.
Opportunities to flip properties, often in distressed areas of New Jersey.
We invested $200,000 and looks like we're never going to get it back.
Jose Santiago.
Let me tell you something. There's two demographics you don't, as far as investigative reporters, who you don't want on your ass: a black woman and an old white woman.
Oh yeah,
you don't want them to be on your ass.
Like they brung her out of the tuck.
Ooh-wee.
And his wife, Jessica Ortiz, say they believed investing in this neighborhood of Patterson would be their ticket to the American dream.
That's the reason why I got into real estate, so we can actually start flipping properties, buying properties, so we can have something.
And let's be honest, I'm gonna say this. Some of y'all knew about the scam, and y'all got left on the out. Y'all knew it was a scam. You thought you were in the middle of it, and instead you was on the outside. You was part of it. You was the one getting scammed.
They didn't realize they were gonna get took.
Yeah, you just got caught up. You fell out of the basket.
For our kids in the future.
The couple says they connected with entrepreneur Cesar after seeing him on social media with DJ Envy.
He's advertising this all over the radio and on television. I've seen shows of him all over the place. So
go ahead, read some of that.
They make me not want to trust niggas with goatees anymore. Really, Real Estate Rico is my new favorite name for him. Really flawed. And Property Pablo.
Property Pablo.
Slime Ball.
Oh Lord.
On code. Culture Vulture on code. Is this the fall of the Breakfast Club? We shouldn't be shocked. All interviews with Charlamagne look like payola.
Charlamagne's
supposed to lead the Breakfast Club
7
years ago.
He looked like a shell of himself now.
Yeah. Them mom niggas in Jersey said, forget about it.
You think they popped on him? No. It's funny how the mafia is known for being these gangsters and it's organized crime, but they also known for snitching.
Partner with us, invest with us, and go to prison with us.
That's a slogan.
LOL. But I don't feel bad for the Spaniard troglodytes. We have no allies.
Exactly.
That's absolutely true.
How they said, fuck them.
Urban Bernie Madoff with the dough.
Bernie Madoff, oh shit.
invested with the Pinas in their companies.
Breaking news here on Tony.
I want to start this right quick. Be careful.
Oh, she said credit the guy with all the evidence. The credit the guy with all the evidence. If you're making millions, why did losing a couple 100,000 make him suicidal?
Let me say this too. Be careful who you make enemies with. DJ Envy made an enemy out of Tony the Closer. And he's been the spearhead of all that. He's been on his ass for months, calling him a scammer. He done found every clip, every billboard, everything you can find linking him to this dude. Be careful who you make an enemy out of.
Urban Bernie is crazy.
Yeah, Urban Bernie made up. It's crazy.
The complaint
Urban
floodgates
Bernie
opened up when alleged victims started appearing on the social media platform of influencer Tony the Closer, a self-proclaimed real estate scam watchdog.
I decided to make it where everybody would know the disgusting behavior that they're practicing.
He talking to you, he look in your eye.
I'm gonna say this. This is what you call the pivot. I remember Tony the Closer was on $1 Million Worth of Game. He wanted to be a podcaster, influencer type. How to get this money. Then he switched into he was already in the financial lane, but he kind of put his whole body into the financial lane when he left the podcast. This dude pivoted about 4 times. I respect it. And now he might have found his lane as an exposer of scammers. This might be his lane.
Yeah.
Now, this is your big fish. After you get this one, if you go the way you want to go, you got to find more fish. You can't you got to look for that new.
You can't let it die down.
You got to find multiple Moby Dicks. You got to get all of them, not just one.
Tony had the best rebrand 2023.
Yeah, Tony, he respect, salute to him.
Dozens of lawsuits have now been filed against Caesar and his wife. Several also name Envy, who has sued Tony the Closer for defamation after also going on with him live.
And there's nobody in here that could ever say Envy, they gave Envy $1.
Envy, whose real name is Rashawn Casey, declined to...
Tony, but you are who you are. Well, yeah, it's funny because people been saying that he scammed some people. And he like, look, if you can find those people and prove I scammed them, I'll respond to it. So,
hey to the people of the receipts.
Go get it.
Talk to the I-Team, referring us to a powerful Manhattan real estate attorney. He says the radio personality lost $500,000 to the Pinas in an investment deal to transform this vacant school building in Patterson into rental units.
Did he say he had already put together $100 million with him?
Yeah, Envy and Vlad were actually mixtape DJs back in the early 2000s. Now they're trash bags.
I remember when Envy told Dame Dash, he said, I own my mixtapes. And Dame said, nigga, you don't own the music. He shut that up. You own the mixtape, but you don't own the music. You own the name. That's it. That music not yours. Dame Dash be saying some real stuff sometimes, but he himself, he just.
Let's just say when he's up, you know he up.
Oh yeah,
based on the tiny hat.
He around,
females sitting next to her.
When Dame Dash up, he around milking clouds, baby.
That's what milking clouds.
Milking clouds.
Living in the land of milk and honey. Hey, DJ, he went and got him a Jew.
Oh, exactly.
They go get Jewish lawyers.
100%.
Agreed on code. He's not going to run out of fish. All the scammers were featured on the Breakfast Club with Envy and Angela. We can't start all the interviews without Shar.
Now the other dude, he did a live stream with Pocket Watching with JT. If y'all don't know him, he be exposing some of the scammers in the black community. His channel used to be mainly directed at Umar Johnson.
They not staying on code.
He was mainly addressing Umar Johnson, but he's kind of expanded his audience now. And that dude Pocket Watching JT, he been wanting to go at Earn Your Leisure. He like, where else was Pena at on Breakfast Club? He said, where else? And Tony Closer wouldn't say the name. He was like, a very big podcast. I'm not gonna say their name right now.
Name.
Yeah, Pocket Watching like, say the name. Say the name.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I've listened to a lot of hip hop, not on DJ Envy's mixtapes. I'm not reading the next one.
No.
Why did he act? Why? Why?
Just like the other.
Oh, I ain't gotta watch the rest of it. He said that he's a victim just like the rest of the people because he supposedly lost $500,000, and even though he brought the man on his platform to push him and promote him, he's saying he's just as much of a victim though. That's a lawyer for you, man.
Umar, a big ass doctor, is Dr. Pepper. I was told there is a conscious community mafia. Charlemagne name came up. Envy is definitely filthy. It's crazy how it seems. For 500K, Envy claims he lost is the 500K he got from the credit dude.
Oh yeah, credit dude don't fuck with him no more. he lost another friend, so Umar George.
They always talking shit about Umar.
All right, let me show this right quick. All right. Doctors group withdraws paper on excited delirium, a term used to justify excessive force. This means if someone dies while being restrained in custody, people can't point to excited delirium as a reason. A leading doctors group on Thursday formally withdrew its approval of a 2009 paper on excited delirium, a document that critics say has been used to justify excessive force by police. The American College of Emergency Physicians in a statement called the paper outdated and said the term excited delirium should not be used by members who testify in a civil or criminal cases. The group's directors voted on a matter Thursday in Philadelphia. Trying to go down to this right here. In March, the National Association of Medical Examiners took a stand against the term, saying it should not be listed as a cause of death. Other medical groups, including the American Medical Association, has previously rejected the term as a diagnosis. Critics have called it unscientific and rooted in racism. What do you think about this? What? The 14-year-old publication has shaped police training and still figures in police custody death cases, many involving black men who died after being restrained by police. Attorneys defending officers have cited a paper to admit testimony on excited delirium, said Jonah Naples, an attorney and a research advisor for physicians or human rights. In 2021, the emergency physicians paper was cited in New York Attorney General's report on the investigation to the death of Daniel Prude, a 41-year-old black man.
Happy that he's found guilty.
So they're trying to get rid of this justification of it's still not what's that thing they have for immunity? What's it called?
You talking about for police officers?
Police. What's the word for it? They try to get rid of it when they try to do the black.
The
Claiborne got rid of it. The black
when they were trying to create that black bill.
Yeah, police
and
reform.
they put that in there for police. Yeah,
certified immunity. I forgot how you said it. Which one of those? But yeah, they get rid of another version of that, I guess. Colorado officer found guilty in Elijah McClain death. DJ Envious. Qualified immunity. That's it, Craig. Thank you.
He got you. Qualified immunity.
His other word, qualified. So we talked about this case in Colorado where they were either going to blame the paramedics or they were going to blame the police.
Well, they chose a side.
When they chose the police.
Because the hospitals would have had to pay,
Exactly. So they got his ass up out of here. He is being found guilty of the death. Now, that don't mean that he's going to be charged with, murder.
It just means they've chosen a group. They've chosen which one they've decided to put the blame on.
Or the reason why he died is because of the police officer. So that's just an update on that. Let's see. Family of man wanted for killing Josh Kruger says the 19-year-old and a journalist shared sex and drugs.
R.I.P. Elijah.
Rest in peace to Elijah. The assertion of...
Go ahead. No, when I first read the story, I didn't even know it was a black kid.
Yeah. He said, this is white people shit. And I was like, this is black people.
Well, this is the North. It's not the South.
The assertions by Robert Davis' mother and older brother add new complexities to the killing that has garnered national attention. So, there was I think he's 16 or 17-year-old.
He was 15
when he was 15 when it started. But he was 19 when it ended. When he killed him.
And he ended it.
Yeah, so this guy here, the white guy you see here, was killed by a young black man. He was 19. Apparently they had been in contact with each other since he was 16, a minor.
I think 15.
Yeah, 15, I'm sorry. I'll just read the first paragraph.
Yeah.
The family of Robert Davis, 19, who was accused of killing local journalist Josh Kruger, said that Davis was just 15 when he and Kruger began year-long relationship involving drugs, and that Davis told them Kruger was threatening to post sexually explicit videos of him online before police say Davis shot Kruger. This reminds me a lot of that case with Ed Buck.
Yeah.
Where they go get these young people. And,
where these whites go get these young blacks who are strung out on drugs, which is not an excuse for the behavior that they do.
Yeah.
And exploit them. There are many armed forces against us. Facts. Media left out the activist was HIV positive, having a sexual relationship with a child.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, they kind of hinted to that in the article, but they didn't flat out.
No, it's about before.
Okay.
When this story was initially reported, it was, 19-year-old kills white journalist who's an activist. You know, and then it got, he was actually doing this with this minor, and he had this going on.
They're waiting another black killing to garner national attention. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
They need to explain what was happening in those videos to the public.
Let me play this right here.
Tonight, police have issued an arrest warrant for a suspect in the killing of a journalist and social justice advocate earlier this week. Ann Thompson has late details.
Tonight, Philadelphia police are looking for this man, 19-year-old Robert Edmund Davis, wanted for the murder of journalist Josh Kruger. The 39-year-old Kruger was shot 7 times inside his home early Monday. Police say the two men knew each other.
We believe that Mr. Kruger was trying to help Mr. Davis, and they were acquaintances. He was just trying to help him just get through life.
Kruger's friend Kendall Stevens shaken by the blood on his front steps.
We're not going to let this fly. We're going to find out who did this to him. He was killed in cold blood.
Among the evidence authorities say Davis caught on camera in the area of Kruger's home.
We have video of the incident prior to the murder.
But police declined to specify what that is. In columns published in a variety of Philadelphia outlets, Kruger wrote passionately about homelessness, addiction, and LGBTQ issues.
Oh, there they go, painting the narrative of him being this great activist.
So now, obviously, this turned out to be bullshit, and he wasn't helping them.
All issues he lived.
I have 2 big stories out right now. One is
along with his writing, Kruger also served as a City of Philadelphia spokesperson for 5 years. Last night, Kruger's colleagues and loved ones mourned him at a memorial service.
I could not.
So you get the point there. We got to show the whole thing. Now I want to show an old tweet that he had.
I didn't like them showing the black woman protecting that guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but it's like it's kind of already.
Josh was helping himself. Josh did a dishonorable and touched him the wrong way, so Johnny Gill would not be proud. They listed all his kinks. He wrote about homelessness, LGBT.
Exactly, that's a good point. The centuries-old smear that gay men are pedophiles is getting new life thanks to coordination between far-right news sites and far-right message boards. This egregious defamation is part of the strategy to target LGBTQ people with violence.
Shout out to JT.
What up, JT?
From what I gathered on SM, Cougar is not well liked among many people. That explains the punchable face. Damn.
Beat his ass. So it turns out
Kruger,
those allegations against your people like you, Kruger, are true because you was doing the very thing you're talking about you don't do. So, yeah, there's that.
Freddy Krueger.
All right, hold on. Let me.
He was the Freddy of the homeless.
Oh, that's messed up. Oh, that's so messed up.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Sexy Red's comments about Trump aren't actually surprising. We were going to talk about this last week, but it started effing up, so we had to move quickly there at the end. We couldn't go as far as we wanted to go.
G, keep trying me. Why? I don't. The other brother. Wow.
All right.
Oh shit. One less pedo.
Exactly. Get him off the streets. The rising rapper commented on how pandemic era loans changed Trump's image in the black community. Unfortunately, she's right. What do you think about
winning?
What do you think about this? Her coming out saying that. I mean, let me play the comments first before we go into it. And also, we got to talk about Kev on stage too because he made some comments. How we're going to address right now.
Sexy Red was like, Trump gave me stimulus money. That's why I like him.
Once he started getting black people out of jail and giving people their free money, oh, baby, we love Trump. We need him back in office.
All he did is take the money from your pocket and put it in your hand.
Listen,
Don't
she's
matter.
like, and you see it in my hand.
You were getting your political advice from Ski.
Yes.
Then you is wrong. And also, the political climate in America is changing. Watching Ski eat your butt right into the voting booths.
No, it's funny because this joke would be considered inappropriate if you said Cardi B, if you said all those other women that these politicians have been, all these other rappers, Little Baby, all these other rappers they've been going to talk to, y'all didn't say nothing negative about them talking politics. But because she said something good about Trump,
well, you know, that's what the Democratic shields do.
Don't listen to her. Why are you listening to her
We're
opinion?
giving her
I don't
way too
listen to
much
none of y'all
energy,
opinion. I don't listen to your opinion.
For the record, I hate smartphones as much as I dislike dishonorable people. They have a problem with her political view, but not her rapping about her body, her booty hole.
Exactly.
Shaking my head.
You
Her
rapping
booty
the song.
hole. What's the color of her booty hole?
I don't want to say this.
Oh, her pussy pink, her booty hole brown.
Funny enough,
that's what she say.
A tape came out of hers and everybody said she lied.
What? Lied about what? Her booty hole being brown?
No.
What? The pussy being? Which one? What color?
Yeah,
is
the
it?
other one. I don't know. I didn't look at it.
What difference does it make?
They were
What
making fun
color
of
it
it. They
is?
said she lied about what she said she had.
Sexy Red has my full support. She's about to take care of black family, lead African Americans back to the rightful party, reclaim the Republican Party.
A booty hole is a bottomless crater.
How did she lie? Exactly.
She didn't.
LOL, keep a damn.
That's what's wrong with y'all today, okay? I'm Sexy Red. And we forget the presidents. What's wrong with y'all is y'all don't vote in the local elections. That's where y'all mess up.
That's where
It starts...
Wait, wouldn't you want her to say that, though?
He said, George said it's no longer qualified as a whole.
Wouldn't you want her to say the whole local elections thing, focus on this? Isn't it? Or you don't want her to say it? Okay.
We know what color you like your booty holes, George.
All right. Now let's
It's
get to
purple. She needs a doctor. Oh, shit. Kevin likes big, though.
What? Oh, Kevin on stage. Okay.
Holy shit.
All right, listen to this.
Okay.
Joe Biden is our third black president. What are we saying?
Are you saying that because she's a black woman? Sexy Red isn't sexy. The sex tape was cringe. Pornhub promo at its best.
Joe is our third black president. This mess was written by a Panamanian. This guy here. He is Panamanian. He's the one who wrote this bullshit article about Biden being our third black president.
Yeah.
He says, 25 years ago, novelist Toni Morrison famously labeled Bill Clinton as the first black president. And now we look back and see how coonish that was. Let's be honest. The first actual black president, Barack Obama, would come later. But Morrison's memorable one-liner still gets laughs. It was a smart way to say that Clinton broke new ground by elevating black leaders and policies that help black people. By Morrison's standards, President Joe Biden is our nation's third black president. So because he's putting black people in certain seats and stuff, that makes him
because
black.
Because he's made she's not even black. Kamala's not even a black woman.
No.
Quote unquote black woman as his vice president. He put Ketanji Brown Jackson. And then the new lady that we're gonna talk about, her last name is Butler.
Yeah.
She's from Mississippi, I believe. So now that makes him qualified as to be the third black president. When we feel like we haven't even had a first.
That's the truth. We have not had.
We may have had. We may have.
Conspiracy. If you go back to the 1800s,
we need a DNA test.
It's possible with some of those people weren't who they said they were, but this is just, it's just bad, man.
Only Travis and Dishonorable would think Red is sexy at this point. Well, she's a black woman, so you wouldn't define. Malcolm X warned us about these celebrities.
He sure did.
No, I'm saying that because her jawline don't match. I left it alone.
What y'all saying about?
It could be the makeup.
You talking about Sexy Red?
She's saying that's a man.
Oh, well, they
Gordon Michael prophesied you would come. Welcome to the chat. Thank God for the new generation. This is just an example of how the boomers failed us. Light-skinned niggas losing in 2023. We definitely haven't had a first black president.
We have not.
Sexy Red look like Roger on Family Guy.
Y'all just roasting that. Oh man, Biden did say if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. That sounds like a black person if I ever seen her one.
What light skinned niggas do this year?
I don't know. Oh, I guess you're talking about him, the Panamanian
Any other
dude.
ones?
I don't know. Another story that came out that was just a story to cover up something else. This is what Travis and Dishonorable need to know. What jawline? That child. Let me see. Go ahead.
What jawline? That child clearly just had a baby. Or Roger.
Go home, Roger. All right. Biden's doll commander removed from White House after several documented attacks on Secret Service personnel. Why is this dog just running around biting people? Although I will say,
they need to bite his ass. The dog need to forget that is his owner. And no, I can't say that.
But why
That's
is this even
the president?
But why is this even a story?
I don't know.
What's the point of telling us the dog biting people? Just take the dog out of the White House and move on.
This is a simple thing to do.
Very simple.
Butler.
All right, we're gonna get to this story now.
Yeah. It's some shit with her. You know it.
Butler sworn in as third black female senator in U.S. history.
Sniffing that White House coat.
Yeah, that's that pure stuff.
Can't control his dog or his country. You damn right.
that's see, Biden and his son, they own that stuff that's straight from Colombia. But Butler sworn in as third black female senator in U.S. history, replaces late California Senator Feinstein. They so happy that woman dead. This is the second dog that's attacked people. Don't that show a lack of
nor his own house
leadership over your animals when you can't even control the damn dog?
He can't control his own animals. How can he control? Run a country.
But we know isn't
because he should be controlling us.
Yeah. Okay. Former union leader and Democratic insider LaFonza Butler was sworn in as the newest member of the Senate on Tuesday, replacing California Senator Dianne Feinstein after her death and becoming only the third black female senator in history. Butler was appointed by California Governor Gavin Newsom on Sunday, just 2 days after Feinstein died at her home in Washington. Butler is longtime fundraising strategist, yada, yada, yada. We got to go through all this.
Isn't this a temporary position for her? Yes, to do more damage.
Yeah, the new senator was sworn in by Vice President Kamala Harris, who served as the second black female senator until she resigned in 2021 to join President Joe Biden in the White House.
He needs a goldfish or a pet hamster. Control the dogs. Red Rocket style.
He need that goldfish. They got the same memory as him. All right, let me play this now. This is their celebration of her getting in. They're
please raise your right hand.
Bringing her in, Kamala.
Do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion?
The Congressional Black Caucus put this out and had the quorum, the message on it saying how this is a big move in Black America. This will do a lot for Black America. This is showing that we're gaining in this country. It's like all he did was give another one of their plants a job.
Exactly.
That's all he did. I understand.
Let's give her history.
Go ahead. You go ahead and go through it.
What she worked for? She worked for a law. What was it? A law firm through Newsom. So that's strike one.
Yeah, the law firm she worked for was pretty close to the Newsom, Gavin Newsom. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go back to her. You done deleted the tab?
Yeah, I thought you had it.
Hold on. German Shepherds are very social and have a lot of energy. That probably doesn't spend enough time with the dog. That was Mark Gordon. Regina, maybe the dog isn't trying. Maybe the dog is trying to indicate, I see dead people. Help me. Hashtag get out. What's her story? Is the sexuality first type?
Yep.
This lady isn't even from California. How's this legal? She's from Mississippi, I believe. Travis acting like he don't know what Red Rockets is, but him and Kamala share that enthusiasm. Yeah, what is Red Rocket style?
What was you about to say about her ties to Newsom and stuff?
Go down. Can you go down?
It says right here she was 44. Father was a working class family, small business owner. He died when she was 16. Her mother, the classroom aide. She was appointed after being on Emily's list. Yada, yada, yada. Women and girls. She said, for women and girls, for union workers, for struggling parents waiting for our leaders to bring opportunity back to their homes, for all of California, I'm ready to serve.
She's either a lesbian or a bed wench. She's a lesbian.
She's a lesbian.
I think they gave her the title as the first open.
Something like that, probably.
Lesbian. I think it's up. Go back. Hold on. Go down. Go down more. Keep going. Keep going. Did you do it? Did you go down?
That's it.
Did you put another article up there?
No.
You know, dogs produce red rockets. I've heard Butler betrayed her union worker colleagues. George Geekin.
That's it. Oh, you talking about right here? It's unclear if she will run to hold a seat when Feinstein term ends next year. A competitive race of Feinstein seats is already underway among three prominent House Democrats, Representative Katie Porter, Adam Schiff, and Barbara Lee, who is black. The governor has said he didn't want to tip the scales in 2024 race by choosing among those candidates. So they probably not gonna keep her permanently, like y'all said. So it is what it is. She's just a holdover for them to get. They probably gonna put I don't know, Schiff. He probably gonna Shifty Shift. I doubt he gonna get in. Probably Barbara Lee or Katie Porter, one of those two. Ain't Katie Porter the one that exposed AOC for lying about what happened on January 6th? Hey, don't worry about it. Ain't Katie Porter the one that exposed AOC for what happened on January 6th? All right, let me. All right, let's go to this. Hughes Van Ellis, who asked for justice over Tulsa Race Massacre, dies at age 102. What do you think about this? His deathbed, and they just held it off as long as they could.
Ain't it one more?
Yeah, I think it's the woman.
They only got one more left.
They're gonna be two.
Two left.
Two women.
They're trying to hold it off until they all are passed away, it seems.
Yeah, he was born as the last known living survivor of one of the worst events in U.S. history, the Tulsa Race Massacre, when mobs of white people waged a all-out assault on a thriving black community. He was 102 years old. He spent decades seeking compensation for the massacre for himself, his family, and his community. Please don't let me leave this earth without justice, he said in 2021. Testifying on Capitol Hill in a hearing to mark the ceremony of the racist attack, Ellis, who was known as Uncle Red, died on Monday in Denver, Colorado. His family said a statement shared with NPR by Oklahoma State Representative Regina Goodwin. So RIP to him. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to him. They made sure they lasted as long as they could without giving them any justice. I'll let you go to the next story. Houston pastor. What's going on in the church, man? How Pastor Darby said, church on life support.
Pretty much.
Houston pastor ordered to pay $2.4 million after allegedly giving woman herpes. He gave her the usher treatment.
They gave her what?
He gave her the usher treatment.
Gave her herpes?
Gifts. I'm gonna give you two gifts. One, and then I'm gonna give you a bag of money. How the hell you a pastor giving people?
Well, he could have gotten herpes before he changed his life.
There's cures for that, ain't it?
No, there's no cure for
herpes.
There's a cure. Okay, what's the cure?
There's a cure. It says a prominent Houston pastor has been ordered to pay $2.4 million to a woman that a jury found he gave herpes to. After a 3-day trial and 6.5 hours of deliberation, the jury unanimously found Reverend Ralph D. West II liable.
The gift that keeps giving.
The gift that keeps giving. At least it wasn't that As I Die Slow. After you can't fix it. She got it for the rest of her life. Sean Murphy, the attorney. They said there's a cure for herpes though. So now there's not. They reneged.
I don't know nothing about there being a cure. That little exactly useless waiting on crab cakes. Really fly.
How the hell you a pastor just passing that around?
No cure, just medication you have to keep taking.
Oh, okay.
Like HIV, AIDS.
Is that bad? Damn, that's messed up. First off, there's two things we could say in this headline that's crazy. Obviously, the pastor having herpes and giving it to a woman. So out of what's that? Adultery. What's the other word? People sleeping around with a whole bunch of people.
Promiscuous. She said it. Stop being promiscuous.
All this, and then the pastor got $2.4 million. Let's talk about that part.
Allegedly, on Usher example, of why African Americans need to stop this church nonsense.
How does the pastor? Not only did he got this gift that he giving people, he got $2.4 million to pay it off.
That's from that collection plate.
See, this is why this is why we're gonna at some point we're gonna appreciate the Wayne brothers in the future. for the movies and shit they've done, like Hoodwinked and Don't Be a Menace. How come pastor got to have him a nice house?
Dishonorable, you stop that nonsense because the pastor not the only one. What a cheerful giver he is. It pays to not let everyone lay hands on you.
Lay hands, baby. You gotta wash them hands.
A gift.
The black women in that area, what'd it say?
The black women in that area got 2.5 to give him to pay off.
Oh, that's true. That's where he get his money from.
Hey, the purse be
getting clutched.
That's why the husband got to keep it between his legs.
Fuck the Waynes and accept the Damien.
One, he cool.
Oh, you like Damien? That's it.
And Damon and
Now you
what's one that did Low Down Dirty Shame? Keenan and Damon. Well.
Oh man, church became a mockery at this point. We're gonna
church on life support.
Yeah, it's already
Pastor Darby.
All right, Afro-Descendant Rights in America: The Perspective of Transnational Activists in the U.S. and the region. Now, this is an older. This is from 2020. I've never heard of Afro-Descendant, but apparently it's been around since at least 2002, 2004, somewhere around there. They've been using this title for black people. Now I'm gonna show you this here.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
The oldest Wayne is my favorite, Keenan. We ignore his white women. Tony Evans is on the rise.
We ignore his white women. Sometimes you gotta give a pass, I guess. Just ignore it. Didn't they? When they went and got their DNA test, it says they were what was that?
They're from Madagascar. They were Asiatic.
They had no African. They was an Asiatic black man.
Jakes, you forever lost in the South.
All right, Freedom. This is the website for Afro-Descendant Nation. Now we're gonna get into why we're bringing them back up. Yvette Carnell was invited to speak at one of their meetings together, and she was disinvited. And there was a controversial situation that happened.
Well, hold on. The sister Kim is married to a white man.
Kim who? Oh, yeah.
Kim Wayne.
Yep.
Kimberly Wayne is married to a white man. So she took after her brother. Keenan Wayne.
Why y'all putting that on them? All them in with Caucasian.
Oh, shit.
All them in with Caucasian. Don't put it on brothers.
Nah, dishonorable. He got a good white woman.
Human rights.
This is what I be talking about.
All right, let me play this.
She's not as funny, though.
If you ain't funny, you can't get away with shit. All right, now I'm going to play this right here. This is Yvette when she spoke on, and this one I'm going to say this. I'm going to play this, and we got to talk about the difference between being a good leader and being a politician. For those two different skills you need. Some people have both, but there's two different sets of skills.
Shout out to Eastwood.
Oh, what up, Eastwood?
You say what you want. Keenan fed everybody.
A whole family.
Yeah,
whole family. All right, let me play this real quick.
And the human rights movement, I give to you.
He popped up just in time for Georgia.
Georgia.
I am not the head of
Are you serious?
the reparations movement.
We talking where they
But I
This sound like a fucking alien talking.
So he's talking a little slow. I'm not gonna put a video. Basically, that person that this is what Yvette put out. That person that they're pushing, his name is His name is Malik Shabazz. And the reason why she's saying that they chose him as a leader, and this is a bad leader to choose, is because he made comments towards Jewish people. And she's saying, now she called him anti-Semitic. That's based off how you feel. She said that. But she's saying when you put him in a position over a movement, you're giving them an easy attack on your movement, because now they're going to accuse him of being anti-Semitic to make your whole movement seem like it's,
that's what they do.
Not something to be respected.
You.
Exactly. He said, what we have against the Jews and others are simple facts of history. The Jews have been involved in the African Holocaust, yada, yada, yada. And he really speak out against Zionism Zionism very harshly. You see here, Justice Department seeks injunction against new Black Panther Party. You can go ahead and go through some of them.
No, Marlon wasn't married to a white girl. She was mixed, I think. She looked Asian or Filipino.
Yeah,
they talking about aliens?
I'm gonna show that clip too.
We can ignore Keenan and the good sis because they didn't parade their preferences in our spaces. mix me some crab cakes.
National Reparations Convention. Where's my invite?
Why is he talking like that? Oh my God.
He's an old man.
Well, damn. Them blacks and them goes again. He sound like a white zaddy rejected. He said he not for reparations. What up, Brain Fly? What up, G?
All right. So now they're going to use him. She's saying they're going to use him to attack the movement. So this is what she said. Enemies of the reparations movement would love nothing more than you amid the Israel-Palestine conflict to appoint an anti-Semite as your leader. Every outlet would have a field day. And how did Shabazz escape jail and still maintain law license? So I'm not going to go through all the stuff she said, but I want to jump to this. So when she was invited to speak at this convention, I guess you would call it, I guess they got a whiff of who she is.
Who?
And said, no, let's not invite her.
Well, they should have researched her and did her background. They know exactly who she is. It seems like somebody didn't want her there.
Come over because it was causing such disruption with.
So he's trying to say, wait, y'all disinvited her? What's going on? She was like, she's causing
discourse.
She's causing let me use the word that she used. Hold on.
With such
disruptive.
So she's saying she was causing disruption. All this. I'm not gonna play the whole 3 minutes, but she's making a reason why they're disinviting her from it. And this is the guy she was talking to right here.
Listen, if I would have known that one of the panelists had been uninvited prior to me going this afternoon to the reparations conference at Georgia State, I wouldn't have showed. Matter of fact, I am not returning because I am not going to be a part of a conference that preaches unification and practices favoritism and separatism, that preaches a united front, but then engages in this generational divide, that preaches cohesiveness, one unit, one voice, one mission, but yet is nervous of arguments relating to one's position on reparations. Listen, respectfully speaking, listen.
So this is, go ahead.
So when it first came out, I was like, oh, good. They wanted to be opposition there.
Yeah.
But they don't want no opposition.
At all. No discourse. So this is what I got to bring up a thought I had. There's a difference between a great leader and a person who's good at being a politician.
They disinvited Square Jaw.
They
You talking about Yvette?
I guess. There's a difference between being a great leader and being somebody who's a good politician. At times, as a great politician, you have to be malleable. You have to be able to change and shift yourself to what's needed to continue to propel what you believe behind the scenes. So a great politician is a liar. They have to be able to shapeshift, like I said. A great leader, you have to understand sometimes you're going to be disliked. And you're probably going to find it hard to move forward with stuff because you're going to be a person that's going to say things that's not going to move you forward. So you have to have the ability to have both qualities. I feel like Yvette and Tone, they had the information, they had the correct way of thinking on most parts at least, but they didn't have the ability to move it forward because of their own, I want to say ego.
You do want to say ego.
Yeah, I say ego. I want to say ego. I'm still looking back to Tariq. You could have found a way to play that situation to where you got to move forward the way you wanted to, but you don't have to make enemies out of anybody. I feel like they're very quick in the beginning to make enemies.
True.
And that's not working for them.
Well, hold on. Did they make enemies or did they just respond? It's a difference between making enemies and you've been trying not to say anything, and then it's just like, okay, at this point I have to respond.
Well, that's the thing. How you respond and when to.
So how should they have responded?
What did you say the other day? Knowing when to pick your battles.
Yeah, sometimes I know when to pick my battles.
Sometimes you don't gotta say nothing. You know you right. People know you right. Just.
So you said so they should have not came out and defended.
No, I'm not saying that situation. I'm saying in general.
Okay.
So.
Silencing African Americans is the only thing they all agree on. Man, I heard there was 15 people there the whole weekend. Politician.
Exactly. You got to be able to trick. You got to know how to play the game as a politician. And I think
it was definitely empty, a whole mess. Screaming.
You got to know how to play the game. You got to know how to manipulate.
Australia ideologies have been nothing but a distraction to our community for years and crippled our man's minds. He did more than Umar. Fuck Umar online class from the metaverse real estate.
Politics and lies too.
Wow.
Everyone in here knows we need an identity.
Now, the first thing she said was everyone knows we need an identity.
Don't we already have an identity?
We do.
We have too many identities.
That's the problem. Too many.
Black people.
And then you call us black people. That's an identity.
We need a collective identity because we identify different ways, and for us to go after our reparations, we need to go there as a people. So we want you to declare that you are Afro-Descendant today and spread the word and get others to declare.
So what you're saying is that if you call yourself something differently, they don't matter no more. You should adopt our title and move forward.
Okay, she said Yvette is too focused on trying to pretend like her OGs has a 50, 60-year-old history with our community, and it doesn't. She dropped the ball, not letting the rebels play their part to bring awareness. She
tried to constrain and control it, micromanage it way too much.
Man, I heard they started playing bingo because nobody was there.
Well, if you listen to how this is supposed to be a conference for reparations, you got to bring enthusiasm, you got to bring energy, and they didn't.
We should just be Moorish nationals and sue as nation/nationality.
I've seen those people try to say I'm not a citizen. I have the Moors, the North Africans, the Berber. They had a deal with the U.S. government, so we're not really citizens. We're sovereign citizens, but that'll never work out for them.
What did the Asians do? Virginia, I was taught that the Nation of Islam came from white Australian man.
Oh, you talking about?
They did say white.
Yeah, they did say he was white.
I've heard him being referred to as a white Middle Eastern.
Yeah, we think he's white.
Yeah,
they're still using power.
They still use.
Let's spread our identity like our international brothers and sisters are doing. They are already calling themselves Afro-Descendant. And for us to be connected, because we were all, again, as we read in the definition, transported for the purpose of slavery. We were enslaved. Because African American does not really.
This is why these definitions ain't gonna work. You do know they have the paperwork. If you try and make a definition completely based off of black people who were only brought here for slavery, there were black people who came here that were not slaves. I know people don't like to bring those people up, but they exist. If you do this, it's gonna cause a problem. You have to be very careful how you frame this. You can't just make it about slavery. You got to make it about the entire system that was put against us. You can't just make it about slavery.
They represent us. We're not completely the Africans we were when we left. We're not really European, which American is someone of European descent, right? We want you to accept, black people, that you are Afro-Descendant.
All right, so you get the point of trying to push that title. Now let me move forward to this part right.
I'm just saying make-believe when I write up Exodus to Mars and saying Black Martians, but maybe America knows Mars is occupied, and that's why Trump started a space force.
Why do they not be careful who they bring up?
Biden did.
There's some Earth, Wind, Fire shit.
Matter of fact, he just shot down some UFOs in February in Michigan.
Look how they looking at. Look how they looking at.
He got his arms crossed like, nigga.
Are just some crazy people with aluminum hats on. Why do you have it now as a part of the
So we disinvite Yvette, but keep her ass up there.
She sounds a little crazy.
This is fucking crazy.
Look at her brother looking at her right. He looking like, girl, what's wrong with you?
Okay, but the ADOS movement can get us reparations quicker. They owe slaves, not race.
Exactly.
There's only American go, fuck yourself. Honorable I.C. Wallace Fard Muhammad or those even earlier than him. Plot thickens. The blacks that wasn't slaves I don't care about. That was George.
But you better care about them because they have way more impact than we believe.
The only ones in shackles count. This ethnicity talk is messing up the bag for a lot of people. I love this for us. Our people self-identified as African Americans in the 1700s. Those others need to pave their own path. I heard they were at a hip-hop freestyle session.
A hip-hop.
What the fuck? Mars Occupied is simple. They keep tracks of slaves. So 23andMe, if you descend 3/4 generation, you get paid. Simple.
It should be.
This sounds a little crazy. Space Force, fuck them. I'm done.
With that y'all.
Y'all folk.
Someone was talking about aliens. Yeah, she was.
Lord. Yes, Regina. Plot thickens. And then the torch was passed to the child of the immigrants. It's too complicated. Who are we really? So many names per cycle of time for geography.
Yeah.
Nipsey, Tupac, and Sam Cooke on Mars.
The black who were slaves. What was their contribution? Because I'm tired of hearing about them. Everyone who was her got their shit took. The end. It's not okay with sending my DNA to China. So where does that leave me? Hey,
23andMe stole y'all DNA info for sale.
Oh yeah, they definitely selling it off.
Do you think now when they were talking about aliens, they were actually talking about immigrants that are now here in the millions?
They call immigrants illegal aliens, so
I don't do that shit, and I still qualify for reparations.
Weren't slaves. Well, the people who weren't slaves that came here, you gotta understand. The people who weren't here, people who got here that weren't slaves, they were just people who were quote unquote immigrants that came here. They ended up getting, like you said, their stuff took. This country became racial in the late 1700s, early 1800s.
And I'm gonna go back to that story about the autism dude. When I read the comments, it said that a white person responded and said the Africans they didn't send us their best. They did send you their best. Europe sent their worst to America. Y'all the worst into Israel, Australia and stuff like that. They sent their criminals out.
Yes, that's true.
Africa sent their best.
So when I say there were people here that were black people who came here that weren't slaves, it became a system that put them in the same position as the slaves. That's why you can't just make reparations about slavery.
Free Palestine.
You got to make it about the entire system against black people. Don't get shit. Well, hold on. If I came here in 1830 and I wasn't a slave, but I started a family, came here.
Where you come from?
I could have came from Africa or Europe.
You came here.
Okay.
Were you not aware of the slave trade and what's going on in America?
The slave trade was the same as the prison system right now. There were people enslaved, but there were also black people walking around free.
But you chose to come here.
Listen what I'm about to say.
Okay,
so I come here in 1820, 1830.
Indentured servants.
I got my freedom. And then the 1900s come around. My descendants, right? They still going through the Jim Crow and all that other stuff. So they're not equal to the other person?
I'm going to leave it be. We done had this conversation before. They owe reparations over slavery, not oppression. Reparations first, free Palestine second. The people who weren't slaves got their shit took and didn't do anything about it. The end.
That was gangster.
I really wanted them to clear up the fact paper genocide and stop identifying as blacks.
Well, hold on. What you mean they didn't do nothing? Because the people that were enslaved, I guess according to you, the people that were enslaved didn't do shit either.
There can never be any equal.
Okay, they're not equal. I'm just saying it's gonna cause a lot of.
I gave my opinion on that. I'm not giving it no more.
It's gonna cause a lot of strife. We're gonna see.
How's it gonna cause a lot of strife?
Over 100 years.
Because when they start pointing this out.
Pointing what out?
oh, this person came here, so they don't get reparations because they weren't slaves. They didn't come from a slave descendant, but their family had been here since that time, and they went through everything else. That's gonna call a civil war amongst black people.
I get mine as a slave, and house bangers can get my leftovers.
And
Gula Geechee Wars or Geechee Gullah Wars.
The people who weren't enslaved fought in the war. They also fought in the wars.
I agree 100%. As energies comes with all those different designations, we might be more cautious about who we say we are. Might pick up that karma too. A good alchemist may be able to override. Okay.
And Honorable says, go ahead.
Go ahead. The people who were enslaved fought in every war for this country. Seminolean wars. And they didn't.
What about the Negroes who were enslaved that fought on the British side? Because they were fighting for freedom on that side. They lost.
If you're a 90 baby, you ain't getting shit off the rip.
There's black people who fought in the war on the side of Britain. They lost.
They went to Canada.
Some of them stayed in America.
But a lot of them went to, what's it called?
Oceania.
Yeah, they went to Canada.
Yeah.
That's why you have The Rock, whose father is Black American, but went to Canada.
I wonder what they say.
Well, I'm going by what was said. His father is Black American descendant who went to Canada. His grandfather or great-grandfather went to Canada. Dishonorable info is not getting shit either. That's why we need our intellectual leaders to make it make sense.
They were sent to the island.
History, his story versus mystery, my story. They were sent to the island. What people? Those people went other places and don't identify as African American. I like that flaw. I like that too.
Hold on. If y'all really believe that those y'all really believe those African Americans, those Black Americans, and that fought on the side of Britain during that war all left, okay. They did not all leave.
Do you have evidence to support?
Not any evidence of it.
Yeah,
so it's not,
that's what they're asking for.
All right, we'll say that all of them left.
Good.
Some of y'all came from what we consider the traitor side.
Good.
I can't again conceive of self-determination without removing ourselves from this country. And I doubt very seriously this government is going to allow Black folk to have a 51st state that would be all Black where people could go. So I think that we really have to talk seriously about relocating our people the way Garvey did in the 1920s and wanted to do, which has not occurred, but we have to seriously think about doing it.
Where did Garvey want to relocate people?
One thing that we don't understand is...
Go ahead.
Where did Garvey want to relocate people?
Africa.
Where he never went to. Get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of this bullshit.
All right.
All the people were declared enemies, and many claim they went to the Caribbean and have land there.
Come on, man. Come on, y'all. We don't believe all them left. We don't believe that.
Fuck relocation. Run my bag. Until the lion can write, the hunter will always tell the story. I'll die a rich bitch. Red flag relocating an old black man.
No,
absolutely
with old
not.
Black man. That's why they went and got them guns. I know why y'all went and got them guns.
Shit. Oh, you talking about the Nagas?
Yeah. The black women going to get them guns. See?
They went and got their guns.
So is the young one safe?
Him and Eastwood can fight for more money and relocation.
Oh, shit. All right, let's play this. This is a little story that what's his name? Advice Show put up. And I want to show it.
One thing that we don't understand as Black Americans is that why everybody always talking about us, even when we're not in the room. We know.
I ain't never gonna forget when Advice was like, "Look, y'all, I need more funding, $5 at minimum, or I got to stop the show." And people in the comment section was like, "I'm sure gonna miss you."
I'll never forget when it came out his wife was Native American.
Oh yeah.
And he had a black woman as his pit dog in the conversation defending his ass. And even went as far as to bringing black Hebrew Israelites on his page saying Native Americans were part of the 12 tribes. Now that is some shit.
They told him, man, you need to get rid of them damn suits. We don't need all that. Just get in front of the camera and talk.
Head. I want to get my first shooting range next week. So excited.
Oh Lord, you gonna pop you?
That old man who she gave us that C4. And then he turned around and gave it up to a white woman. She gonna pop his ass.
All right, let me play this.
You know the white supremacists talk about us like
hold on
all day long.
She had a rebuttal at Brain Flawed, and it turns out sometimes that lying can be brought off too. Shaking my head.
Exactly. Paying them all.
Go ahead.
We get
be
that.
Doing murderer,
but there are some
hand
people in the diaspora at times that be talking about us because either they don't understand some things or they think they understand some things. Case in point, these, black British, brothers on a podcast is going to be speaking about black Americans. Now, I would say up front, this is not a representation of all black British. There's some certified, definitely straight-laced people in the black British community. So these guys do not represent the majority. They represent themselves. Let's go ahead and roll that.
They got white names, you know what I mean? Like, they'll be like something Thompson, you know what I mean? Yeah. You'll never see that in an African person. It will be like Pascal, it will be Hamada Gogo, it will be, you know what I mean? Yeah, Kevin, da-da-da. Yeah. They're all, I remember, like, white people. So something Williams. Yeah, so.
I could find the original.
Huh?
She said, I could find the original. Damn, I stepped away. Who wants to smoke? Video, who are those guys?
Well, they're a little podcast that decided to speak on it because, attention. There's a reason why they clipped that particular part up. But
they need to speak about black Americans to go viral.
I find it funny how they talk about the names, and I'm seeing more and more Africans with names like Jonathan Mutumba or Kevin Carlocco, whatever you want to say. Why your name sound like, your first name sound like this?
European.
The name, I'm a Greek, but your last name still go by this because you conforming.
Yeah.
And I'm so sick and tired.
How white people own us, but y'all leaving y'all country going to white countries?
I want to ask the question: if y'all look up on Google or whatever, and you look up white names, you look up there was a thread I found years ago called "Why do black people have Irish?"
Tribalism.
Yeah, it was like, why do black people have Irish names? And they said that in particular. They were like, Irish people didn't own slaves, so why do black people have those names?
We were there.
There's no such thing as an white. Oh my God.
White people belong to the Caucasus Mountains.
When you say the term white people are vagabonds, they don't have a home land.
Except
they don't have a home language. They don't have a home. It doesn't exist.
They bleached Japheth out. Japheth was in Europe.
When you look up black people's names and you look up, because these people in Ireland,
like Conor McGregor,
Scotia and Eastern Europeans, they talk Germans. They talk a lot about black Americans and why they have these names. And they go, wait, this last name they have, it's not documented to have the slave owners in it. So
and we're not even going to talk about the interracial dating in the UK. That's been normalized decades ago.
These names are not they don't belong to who you think they belong to, basically.
One thing
I've been watching Thoughts, Camera, and Action a lot, and he's been doing a lot of exposing of late regarding the hand job. I wish he would do a lot more exposing of the UK because he seems to focus on black Americans a lot, but I do fuck with Thoughts, Camera, and Action. Most of the UK brothers have lost to white supremacy.
Yeah,
this is interesting because Tariq recently shared a history of how African Americans didn't have certain names for years and only adopted it after being colonized repeatedly. You know what, people? I'm going to leave that alone.
Look, man. Think about this. This is why I say history immaculate. I say history. This created history they have emasculates the black man. This is what you want me to believe. You want me to believe that a man, his wife, and his children were kidnapped and put into slavery. You want to believe that his kids and his wife were taken away from him. He was used in slavery for decades. And at some point, his lineage got free from underneath this slavery. And when they had the choice to choose a name, they chose the name of the same people that tortured him. Do you know how weak you're painting black men? Like, think about what you're saying.
Black people in the hood are giving these black babies Euro names real heavily. What is a
European name?
What's a European name?
Bro, y'all gotta look at the etymology of some of these names. It's not what you think it is.
Like for instance, a lot of these names, if you go and you look it up in like Irish, it'll say black. It means black. Y'all see how the Irish are trying to connect with African Americans, even offer trips to build the country, to build a bridge between the groups. Because they literally have they call black people there
Blue.
in blue and green.
Like when they talk when the George Floyd protest shit was going on, they said Black Lives
That's
Matter.
better than Shaniqua.
And they said Black Lives Matter. In Ireland, they would say Blue Lives Matter
He
because that
said
means black over there.
Mackenzie, Haley,
Kelsey.
Like, have you ever heard Conor McGregor said, "I'm from the land of the blacks"?
I'm telling you, bro, it's not what you think. Those names don't come from where you think they come from. Most of them don't.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Travis, I don't disagree regarding thoughts, camera, action. He could definitely be useful regarding where he comes from and expose them to. Isn't necessarily exposing, but really teaching who is connecting dots. Yeah, I wish he would because they have Black History in October, like now, and he never gives a breakdown of their Black History in October, but he talks about Black Americans, Black History in February. He don't really let you know the culture of really what's going on in the UK, even though he's been there for a long time. But he's originally his father's side because he's biracial.
Yeah.
Or his mother's biracial.
One of the two. I don't know.
His mother's biracial and his father's Jamaican. So I hope so, Keith. I've been looking at guns made in Turkey because of the price. I'm invested. She won't get off this gun topic. You know, George, keep talking shit in the comment.
Hey, George's gonna be the first victim. As soon as she see his ass,
she's going to be killing good brothers.
All right, let's get to it.
RIP to the real bros.
Israel-Hamas war rages as Palestinian death toll in Gaza rises from attacks. I know y'all seen this. It's been everywhere. It finally popped off, allegedly. I doubt it happened the way they said it happened, but we're going to talk about it.
Nah, George, you fucking up the energy. My son name is Zion. Ever heard a white boy named Zion?
Oh, yeah. See, that's a good point,
No.
George. You can't say the name. These are white names.
Nah, they do get the biblical names like
who they say
Solomon.
No, who they
That's
say
the Jews, though. Sorry.
Who do they say in the Bible who they are? They said those are white people, right?
I don't even want to go down this road.
Exactly. So
Let's
it's like
just leave it alone.
All right, let me go do this.
Down with Israel.
Black pygmy
tribe were indigenous to Ireland.
Yep, that's all about.
That's where St. Patrick's Day is believed to come from. They say St. Patrick's is a black man.
Listen, we got a video we did on a breakdown of Black Knight, and we did another breakdown of what was the other movie?
I can't remember. You know what's crazy? There are people in Russia named Latasha.
Yeah.
They don't get called ghetto though. They got those names from black people because black people were in Russia first.
That's why I laugh at this whole white name thing, because there's a white people name.
This war,
Tyrone.
This war is too confusing. Everyone wants to be honorary perpetual victim. White Zionist. You might find a white kid named Zion in Washington State.
Exactly.
Oh, really? Kiefer?
Yeah, there's a white people named Zion.
Lauren Hill, at Bring the Flaw. I love the name Zion. Lauren Hill made it popular. Al Jazeera has the best coverage. Yeah, they do. They stay. St. Patrick was believed to derive from the pigments of Ireland. My middle name is Patrick, and my birthday is St. Patrick's Day. Dishonorable victim can get guns and hurt good black men out of confusion. Yep.
He wasn't Irish but British. To my St. Patrick, yeah. All right, let me get through some of this with the Israel-Hamas situation going on. We got to be careful what we say, because I've already seen they are flagging people like crazy who speak on this a certain way. So,
yeah, we got to watch. Latasha, I still never met a black girl named Keisha. Only black. I know
plenty of black girls named Keisha. Well,
yeah,
I know at least two named
Keisha Knight Pullman from Bill Cosby. Yeah. Her name is Keisha.
Wait, is she biracial?
Rudy ain't no fucking biracial.
Oh, I didn't know her real name. I'm sorry.
Her name is Rudy. On the Cosby Show, her name was Rudy. Her real life name is Keisha Knight Pullman.
I know Keisha's. Now we started saying names
George
like
is a Caucasian friendly name.
Caucasian friendly.
I say it.
I know a white girl named Keisha.
Uncle said, I say it. Fuck it. This war. No.
All right.
I know a white girl named Keisha. Very strange.
Yeah, that's deaths came from sea, air, and ground. A timeline of a surprise attack by Hamas-Isreal.
I know a grip of black Keishas.
I know a grip. All right, let me say this. Apparently, there was a surprise ambush attack during a festival in Israel by the Hamas, or they Palestinian, but they don't want to be considered them a representative of the Palestinians, but they kind of are at this point. So they did a surprise attack where they supposedly, in the first report, killed or injured 200 people. Already, if you pay attention to this story, it don't make sense. Israel is known as a surveillance state. They're known for having all type of intelligence on every country. There is no way in hell Hamas was able to put together 2 rocks and find a way to get close to these people and harm all those people without them knowing it.
This is the same people today, you know, make fun of throwing rocks at them in a battle.
They did have some rockets and shit this time.
I think that
they came with them
somebody
weapons.
helping them.
Exactly. Iran allegedly is the ones who gave them the weapons.
Say the name.
And Iran kind of stood on it like, yeah, we the Persians, we've been around for a couple thousand years. Y'all, we ain't scared of nothing.
Well, okay. I never met her. She is Rudy to me. I knew she was going to do that. We tried to erase the real Keisha from our minds. Her real life is too embarrassing. You know a black Amber? I do not know any black women named Amber.
Keisha Cole.
Well, she going to say, well, Keisha Cole said she was biracial.
And it turns out she wasn't.
She said she was biracial. She said, I cannot attend a Black Girls Matter, a Black Girls Rock event because I'm biracial. I can't identify with that. And that fucked her over.
Keeper said surprise attack? Exactly.
A farmer of all nations of bunnies. Thus, I'm a farmer named. But I'm a bunny rancher. I respect my lineage. Keisha's German. Most people, most white people are German. Well, black people were in German.
They're not German. They're imposters.
Black people are in Germany too. That's where we get swarthy and tawny from. So swarthy is dark skin, and tawny is lighter shades of brown.
Skin, yeah.
You know a black Karen?
My
yes,
cousin.
Karen Civil, the Haitian.
Damn, Joe's got him.
My cousin name is Karen. Yes. Did y'all see Van Lathan recent video breaking down both sides of the war? I hate watching us submit to these people who claim to be victims. Well, you know, he comes from TMZ, Tammuz Network, a.k.a. the Thani Hats.
Yeah, so he kind of... But he probably broke it out from both sides.
My cousin name is Amber, and she's black. Biracial black or black?
All right, so we know
she had a question.
What? Go ahead.
I love it when y'all discuss race construct issues with these twists and turns. One day talking about whom do you think we really truly are here in America? Ashkenazi Jews.
Okay.
We are the natural organic originals to Earth. Atlantis. Anytime I hear the name Keisha, I think of P.D. Pablo.
Keisha is it time?
Has anyone seen the actual Gaza Strip? Like the city of Hebron? They had military checkpoints, and the Palestinians aren't allowed to walk on certain streets.
So how the hell was they allowed to bring in? There's no surprise attack here. Now, there's theories out there that Netanyahu, as we know, who was the prime minister, got kicked out, had a whole bunch of charges on his head, somehow was able to finagle his way to be back in power. Some people think that he's been wanting a war for a long time, actually, longer than the last 5 years, but definitely the heat has been turned up the last couple of years. He wants a war to distract from the damn cases on his head. So let me just go through some of this.
Okay.
It says NFL teams to hold moment of silence before each game in week 6. Hold on, let me get rid of this.
If America is not ran by the tiny heads, I don't know what to say.
NFL teams to hold moment of silence before each game, each week 6 game following Hamas attack on Israel. Now, I want to say this. Regardless of what you think about him being used as a pawn or whatever, when Colin Kaepernick got on the knee...
This is crazy. You know, with On Deck, we could get a small business loan fast and order more equipment today.
Or Lone Falcon!
What the hell?
Lone Falcon, why?
There's a better way to get a fast small business loan.
Random ad playing that I couldn't even stop. So
quick counsel: we don't date. We don't date outside of our race in my family. Cosmic travel, navigation of the universe, astral projection. Yes, at Regina, we are black.
All right, so the fact that they allowed a moment of silence for the Hamas-Israel situation, but there was an uproar with
Black
making
Lives
it
Matter
because
kneeling.
sports is not about politics,
Well,
but it's about politics with this.
Well, what's his name? Burna Boy told you when you not connected to your roots that they don't give a fuck about you. So,
you agree with him?
I'm just quoting what Burna Boy said.
Oh, you agree with Burna Boy now, y'all? Look at Travis.
Government paid the NFL to play the national anthem, so what y'all really expect? Wait, it's okay to hold a moment of silence now. She was quoting what?
Yeah.
Craig, your name, your name is white as mine. Black men don't protect the biracial.
Y'all did protect Colin. Well, a lot of the NFL players
Someone
were saying,
in denial.
A lot of the NFL players were saying they wanted to do something, but they were being threatened that if they do, they're gonna lose their job.
Michael Jackson wore a black band on his arm in solidarity of Palestine. The next day, he was labeled anti-Semitic and was asked to apologize.
Black American divided over Hamas attack on Israel raises questions on solidarity. So now, when this happened, and it amazes me how often this happened. Whenever some strife or condition come over another group, the first thing they do in America is compare it to black people. You need to be in support of one side or the other. So they said that Black America was split.
I don't think we really are.
On our support. It says Black Americans have expressed a range of emotions regarding Hamas' recent and deadly attack on Israel, with many taking to social media to highlight what they perceive as a lack of support from Israel and some members of the Jewish community for the Black Lives Matter movement. The sentiment was especially pronounced after George Floyd's assassination in Minnesota in 2020. Numerous posts on social media platforms feature hashtags like Black Lives Matter and PLM, which is Palestinian Lives Matter, underscoring the perceived parallels between the struggle of Palestinians and African Americans in their fight against systemic racism. One widely circulated message emphasized the cross-border nature of the movement, stating, Palestinians and African Americans have been creating a social movement without borders to fight systemic racism. As part of the international protest, the Palestinian Israel signed wreaths, Justice for Iyad, Justice for George, Black Lives Matter, Palestinian Lives Matter. What do you think about black people wanting to be a part of the Hamas Palestinian support group?
I agree with Kiefer's comment. I don't think that black people are as divided as they say it are. I think the only ones that are being advocates for
are the ones
tiny hats are the
social
black,
media, the social media influencers, the ones who.
I think either people are pro-Palestine or black people don't really give a fuck.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
It's more so, instead of saying pro-Palestine, it's more so pro the underdog.
Exactly, because we're viewing and seeing them as the underclass there.
Yeah.
How a group of people just came in and took over your country, made you the bottom class, and it ain't shit you can do about it.
Taking over your houses and kicking you out of in the middle of the day and just telling you this land that you have is theirs and it's not yours and you shouldn't be there, it's mine. You can just see it and go, I hope they win. But are you really emotionally a part of it? Do you really care?
Palestine are pale skins. Basically, they want to know who black Americans support so they can curtail their election strategies. Stop thinking in the now. We need to stay out of it, though. I agree.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck. I can't support pedos. There's no divide. Those speaking for blacks aren't the grassroots. I can't support
Antichrist. All right. The complicated history behind Black Lives Matter solidarity and the pro-Palestinian movement. I'm not going to read this. They pretty much went into the history of during the Ferguson riots and all the other stuff. There were a lot of Palestinian support, apparently, allegedly. So they were saying how we black Americans.
It's definitely more, for what I've seen, it's definitely more Palestine support.
Yeah, because they look at it like y'all doing them dirty.
Are both groups anti-black? I'm neutral. That's exactly what I'm saying. They're both anti-black.
But I've seen way more anti. Y'all remember that video in Israel? There was a black woman who was older black woman who was in Israel, and she was sitting at a table, maybe at a diner or something outside, and an older white couple came up to her and threw up on her.
Who?
The black woman in Israel. Remember that?
I think I remember.
Older black woman was sitting down, and an older white man just walked up to her, put his finger in his mouth, and threw up on her.
Wow.
And we don't consider them black or whatever, but the Eastern Africans, the Ethiopian women, we know that they've been sterilizing them for decades. So when you say they are quote unquote anti,
well, they don't want all them big hard bowling ball
asses.
We have no horse in the race, but are used as pawns globally. 100%.
And another thing I want to point out is how whenever something happens, the first thing they do is they compare it to the Black American struggle. A Palestinian, the last thing they should be doing is comparing what they're going through to a Black American. You already got your own shit. You shouldn't have to compare.
But they do.
You shouldn't have to parallel your struggle to ours, but they always latch on because it'll gain more attention. Commentary: it's time to end the United States police training in Israel. This is an article for 2020 after the George Floyd killing, when it came out that Israel was the place that a lot of the American police officers were going. They were getting trained by Israeli IDF soldiers.
Yeah.
So that kneeling and the choking up.
That all comes from
Israel.
Their training. In Israel.
You see that with whom are many U.S. police departments training with a chronic human rights violator, Israel. So they showing these police officers over there getting training from IDF, and they're supposed to get rid of this for years ago.
That's a shame. You know what? The Jew, you can't even say the name. You got to say J's, tiny hats, put bra straps on their head. It's just like they're bullies.
ADL considered scrapping its U.S. police training trips to Israel, decided not to. So this is from 2022. Go ahead.
Is this how we were back in 70 AD and beyond? Were we like this throughout the world?
Look, we were righteous. We did everything righteously.
Jesus.
We're not gonna go detail, but when we did
the people
something,
were like, damn.
That's why they coming down so hard on us. Add the untouchables to the list. Exactly. That's another one.
I agree, Virginia. It's deep. UBTV put out a great commentary on the Jews, and they took his shit off of YouTube. He had to put it on BitChute. I had to go watch it on there.
Yeah, they don't play. This is an article they wrote a long while ago. It said, leading into the summer 2024, no one could have predicted the actions that pushed Black Palestinian solidarity into mainstream focus. The police killing of Michael Brown and subsequent uprising in Ferguson, Missouri, sparked mass action across the country, just as U.S. outcry against Israel's 50-day war on the Gaza Strip reached its fever pitch. Protesters from Oakland to New York chanted free from Ferguson to Palestine, occupation is a crime, and began to highlight connections between the two struggles. So I don't have to read that whole thing.
They who should not be named. American blacks were everywhere. Four corners. No, you're
That's what I'm saying.
not. You're black and American, and we're taking issue with it. Four corners. You ain't got no culture, while also copying our culture, usurping as their own.
Yeah. And this right here is LeBron James coming out in support of Israel.
Can we call Jews little dickies? Isn't he Jew?
There's a rapper name.
Wow.
The devastation in Israel is tragic and unacceptable. The murder and violence against innocent people by Hamas is terrorism. The Spring Hill Company family sends our deepest condolences to Israel and the Jewish community. We pray for peace in the region and reiterate our continued commitment to fight hate in all forms. We all must work to ensure this tragedy does not spread even more hate, racism, and anti-Semitism. Now, it's not the same as racism. You see how they separate their ism? Maverick Carter and LeBron James. People in the comment section was like, come on, bruh. The Matrix is real. They would call him all type of coons.
LeBron can't be canceled, though.
Well,
he's just a talking head.
As long as he's connected to the right. LeBron has a rabbi. Why would you think he would support Hamas? He has a rabbi. He has a Jewish person that he goes to for advice. So it is what it is.
What's that has the most representation here in America? I'm confused. So if they get the land, are they all going to move there and leave all the other countries behind?
No.
Why would anyone stop that for them? No, they will not leave.
They're not going to leave. Matter of fact, I think if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong about this, majority of them live in America. There's a bigger population, I want to say, in America than there is probably somewhere else. What did it say?
Little Bron and Mayweather both supporting Israel.
Boxer Floyd Mayweather, I stand with Israel, sends aid on private jet.
LeBron.
Now, keep in mind, when you talk about people like LeBron and Floyd Mayweather, these are people who are very wealthy, who they understand that if you move the wrong way, a la Kyrie Irving, we will destroy you. So this is just procedure for them. When this popped off, support immediately. Nothing to think about, no discourse. These are their rabbis. These are their.
Well, George said that.
Yeah, this is who they.
Their rabbis told them to.
Yeah, you know what to do. This is how it's going. They already set the plan up for how it's going to go. We're going to set it up, make it look this way, and make a reason to pop this war off, pretty much. Fact check. Video shows Hamas paraglider crashing into power line and bursting into flames. Now, how they said they got into the area to...
Look at the white woman in the background.
How they said they got to the area to commit the attack is through paragliders. So you mean to tell me they didn't even have to jump out of the plane? They didn't have to do no guerrilla warfare. They just paraglided?
I guess so.
Come on, bro.
You aren't allowed to fly to countries in war times. That was a political stunt for Mayweather.
Well, he can't send up. Well, yeah, because a private jet, it's not a
Floyd
autopilot.
Should never be mentioned outside of sports. So damn embarrassing.
Oh, yeah, another embarrassing black man. Now, some more controversy came.
Check for a green screen.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
Now some more. some more controversy came, and I thought I was thinking, oh shit, Black Lives Matter might actually about to do something real.
I'm ready. Whenever you ready.
Black Lives Matter. When this first happened, immediately Chicago, I guess you call it Chicago Black Lives Matter organization. They immediately tweeted out support
Palestine
for Palestine. They showed this tweet right here. That's it. That is it. That is all. That is it. They showed a paraglider going in. So I was like, oh, Black Lives Matter switching up. They supporting the Palestinians in this situation, which is crazy because you got to remember, Black Lives Matter is a Marxist communist organization, so they're supposed to be for the chaos. But you're dealing with a different group now. It's the tiny hats. You can't just be going along with this type of thing. So, go ahead.
She said Van interviewed the woman who spoke against this support. You don't want this private plane to crash, right? Floyd ain't heard of a helicopter crash since Kobe. R.I.P.
Hey, that's a good one. Or maybe they'll say they took more precautions since then. That's why you haven't heard.
I still don't want to be associated with this group. George Soros probably required them to.
Well, initially they came out in support, but then they deleted the post, and then they said this.
You just find a way to read nigga again? Read nigga?
Oh. They found a way to delete it, and now they're saying Black Lives Matter Chicago says we aren't proud of now deleted posts supporting Hamas attack on Israel. So they folded quick.
They reading it.
Damn, well, they got a lot of black scouts. Niggas. They got a lot of black scouts. You got Nick Cannon.
The Jews don't play.
They got a lot of scouts over there, boy. But this might be the worst one. And y'all let me know when y'all hear this. Do it sound like he's acting? I want you
to say what you said.
I am 100%. Okay. Y'all let me know if it sound like he's acting when he say this.
We can't confuse these organizations with the movement.
Yeah, that's true. But y'all let me. Well, the organization has completely taken all the attention from the movement, so they've stained that completely.
When the movement allowed the organizations to put up that mission statement.
Oh yeah,
that was the problems, in their actions afterwards showed that
they were
true to their mission statement.
When y'all listen to this, y'all let me know if it sound like he's just saying some stuff to say it, or if he truly believe it.
The Hamas kidnapping children, putting them in cages, killing women, killing the elderly. That's some coward shit. That's cowardly. And for all y'all Black Lives Matter who ain't saying nothing,
why the fuck?
Well, let me figure out exactly what happened before I say anything.
Throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Figure out what? It ain't never been cool to kidnap kids and put them in cages. It ain't never been cool to kill women and elderly. Never been. No matter where you from, what you represent, what tribe you for, it don't matter.
It ain't never been cool to take fucking infants and feed them to fucking alligators. That ain't what's really cool.
Exactly. Now, that storyline about them kidnapping people and children and stuff, people have posted clips of that. And let me ask you a question. We said it before. Whenever you see something on the news,
I'm about to say with Regina.
Whenever you see something on the news, it's because they want you to see it for whatever reason. Why are you seeing all these video clips out of Israel, supposedly, of these bombings, kidnappings, of all this stuff? Why are we seeing all this? It's propaganda. It's painted. It's the same thing that happened with Ukraine. And Ukraine, no, they done. If America got to choose to give the money to Israel or Ukraine, we're going to get to that later, what they said about Ukraine. That well is drying up. We moving on now.
What's the name by Boyz II Men? Don't let the well run dry.
They ain't never been no cool. They ain't never been nothing that nobody supported. And then you go and hide and put the kids in front of you as a barricade. That's some coward shit. All you politicians who always had something to say on the contrary, I see you. Fuck you. All you Black Lives Matter people who always had something to say and always supported everything else, and you quiet now, fuck you too.
Oh damn! That's a CeeLo Green song. Fuck you.
Only place in the world where I can go and study Torah and eat kosher food. Only place in the world.
Man, they got
fuck kosher food.
They got kosher food in every damn country. You lying? I can go to the grocery store right down the street. It's
you
kosher.
A damn lie. They got chicken that's kosher. All sorts of shit is fucking kosher.
And everybody anyway.
Oh.
Some coward shit, dog. And all y'all support it. Fuck you.
Nigga, fuck you.
My mama, we don't respect none of y'all for that.
Now I'm gonna say this.
Oh, I thought we were having a dialogue. but he won't go over there to fight for Israel.
Exactly. He ain't going
I was gonna say this. The eyes are the windows of the soul. So I say he capping with those shades on, probably required by the hats to speak.
Hold on, pause for a second. Remember a few years ago, he got in trouble because he was also saying that Hebrew Israelite stuff, saying we the real Jews and all the other stuff. So he's making sure that he clean his history up by being overly pro-Israel now. He's a damn near Zionist at this point.
True.
So it is what it is. Go ahead.
Did they fold? The lady weaponized her whiteness against the Chicago branch. It was bad. She spoke against all blacks, claiming just march with us in Selma, but then tried to backpedal.
Exactly.
Facts. Why is he wearing them shades? I can't read him.
He don't want you to read.
Propaganda.
He don't want you to read.
Where was he when they were coming for Kyrie?
Well, he came out and sort of supported Kyrie. He was just like, he needs to apologize.
That's not supporting him by telling him he need to apologize.
He said he needs to apologize for what he said, but I don't think he's a bad person type thing. He was kind of sort of defending him, but not really.
The dude been a clown. All his life choices prove that. He just punched his daughter in the jaw, but worried about them women and children. That's kind of crazy.
I thought it was his mama. Didn't he do something to his mama too?
But he said him and his mama don't play that.
He did something to his mama. I mean, I might be wrong, but I know he punched his daughter. He did something to his mama. I can't remember.
He watches too much MSM. What's going on with Palestine? Over 50% of the population in Gaza are children, and they go over. They're missing. Missing them all the time.
And then, like every Saturday, there's a shooting of some little kid being shot. They don't shot press journalists. They don't shot them. I mean, there was one story of a woman who's in the press. She had a vest on because in a war zone, person who
I was gonna hold Duke to saying something. Go ahead.
In a war zone, the press, they have a vest on to know you're not supposed to do something to them. They looked this woman through the scope, looked her straight in her face, and still shot her. They didn't care.
Any person talking with shades on is a plant and a liar.
Exactly. Now I want to get to this.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Kosher grape juice for communion, aisle 7, Regina. His mom died. She can't defend herself. Okay. Wow. He mad because he got caught with his male Israeli wife. You were gonna say that? Oh, go ahead.
Now, there's this thing a lot of people say whenever they see the actions of some black men and how they speak and carry themselves, or decisions they make, and they say there's always for access to other women, for women. This is kind of that. Amari Stoudemire, this is from 2021. Amari Stoudemire says he's looking for a Jewish wife. Former NBA player who's converted to Judaism tells fans he's ready for his shidduch, a blind date set up by a matchmaker. He made those comments a few years ago, and he been paying for it. They on his ass so bad he converted to Judaism. They was about to get rid of him.
He fucking walking around with that fucking black hat on like they do. Where are his fucking Shirley Temple curls?
I guess he can't do that part.
Kosher grape juice. The daughter, dude, a buster, just like dishonorable. Stoudemire. Done. I quit.
Stoudemire, yeah.
I started
looking like a black Amish. You see, y'all heard what happened to the Amish people during the countrywide alert?
Go ahead.
Because a lot of Amish people, you're not supposed to have a cell phone, deal with electronics. And some of them have cell phones. So they probably had their phone on mute or whatever. But if you don't turn your phone off, the alert is still going to sound off. So a whole bunch of Jewish people, not Jewish, Amish people during the alert, they got exposed within their family for having cell phones.
Does anyone find it strange how the Jays, that's a shame, were silent about Robert Bauer's trial, not a peek from the media?
Exactly.
Regina laughing at the black, looking like a black Amish.
Prisoners too. Any prisoner that had a cell phone during that alert, they got caught with their cell phone.
Shouldn't have them no way.
Oh, there's a whole nother debate.
There ain't no debate.
Y'all think prisoners should be allowed to have cell phones?
We done had this discussion.
No, we have.
We've had it on here. We had this discussion.
Oh, maybe we did.
Some were for it.
This is
some
another
were
article.
against it.
This is another article I meant to show. Memphis police chief trained with Israel security forces.
That's the one that, yeah.
The dude died. What's his name? Tyree Nichols.
What'd she say no to, Kiefer?
She said they shouldn't have cell phones.
Okay. Yeah, Kiefer was one of the people that said no.
I think, it's a different time.
It's a different time?
It is.
So I made a perfect example to me. Like when you are in punishment and your parents take away your phone, your electronic devices, and you can't leave the house. They put you on a 2-week probation.
That's a month.
That's the same thing as going to prison.
But you can still talk
you're
to
not
them.
meant to have any fun. You're not meant
That's
to.
not fun. I'm calling my
That's
family.
fun. That is fun.
It's fun to call my family.
They're not just calling their family. Stop lying. They're calling women.
I have access to my family. That's what I'm saying. Prison's got Netflix.
They Skyping with one another.
Prison's got Netflix, so why not?
Blacks might need to turn to the Amish as a new stream of income.
Hey, give me that money, babe. All right, let me play this right quick. Biden talking about the Israel-Hamas situation.
Orchestrated by a terrorist organization, Hamas. In this moment of tragedy, I want to say to them and to the world and to terrorists everywhere that the United States stands with Israel.
We know.
We will not ever fail to have their back. We'll make sure that they have the help their citizens need and they can continue to defend themselves. You know, the world's seen appalling images. Thousands of rockets in the space of hours raining down on Israeli.
Now we got to listen to all that. By the
we
way,
know you'll keep the Jews with money because the Jews over there know who the real Jews are.
Porky the pig talking. Today, President Macron of France, Chancellor Scholz of Germany, Prime Minister Meloni of Italy, Prime Minister Sunak of the United Kingdom, and President Biden of the United States express our steadfast and united support of the State of Israel and our unequivocal condemnation of Hamas and its appalling act of terrorism.
I think Regina's agreeing with you about when she says strictly based upon the conspiracy theories about prison life. I say yes to cell phones, and you could say why you say yes because.
What did I say?
You say yes to cell phones because there are some inmates trying to use the phones, and gangs own that set of phones, and they can't use it. If they try to use it, they may get attacked, killed, or hurt. Yeah. So that may be her logic of saying.
She's saying a conspiracy about prison and slavery and all that stuff.
Oh,
prison
okay.
Slavery. I need people in prison to be on timeout. This is honorable. These people had too much freedom.
Go ahead, I'm doing something.
I can't see from over here.
Damn near luxury commutation at this point, depending on their location and status.
All right, let me move forward. White House warns Israel crisis is stretching its ability to support Ukraine. Running out of runway. Let me play the video now.
Bake in long-term support when you're at the end of the rope. And in Ukraine, on the Ukraine funding, we're coming near to the end of the rope. I mean, today we announced $200 million. And we'll keep that aid going as long as we can, but it's not going to be indefinite. So are we moving with a sense of alacrity? Absolutely. I couldn't give you a date.
So he's telling you right there, we almost at the end of the road. It's almost over. Biden administration moving with sense of, the hell is that? Alacrity? As John Kirby says it won't be indefinite. The White House said it is running out of runways to supporting both Ukraine and Israel as the U.S. Republican lawmakers warned they will protest any funding requests for military aid from the Biden administration for the two crisis-hit nations. We know they're not going to deny Israel. That's a lie. Mr. Kirby was answering questions. We just saw what he just had to say.
Exactly. United States got their hands in everything.
Everything.
Glamming life off the land for me.
Glamming life.
Oh shit.
Yeah, America is definitely a part of all this stuff. Although I will say there might be just a call for the war. As they said, at the end of time there will be wars and rumors of wars. And called into the valley of Jehoshaphat. I'm just saying. Free my people. Might be the cry. Let's see though.
Yeah, the cry for reparations.
See, there's been a cry for reparations, and all of a sudden the war is kicking off. The world police. Therefore they're losing that title a little bit because China and Russia. Although China and Russia didn't help Haiti in this situation, UN Security Council finally provides fig leaf for U.S.-sponsored invasion of Haiti. Now, we got this story from Kiefer. Shout out Kiefer. Because this was a good one. I didn't see this. So America, through the UN, is supposedly sending people into Haiti. I think it's Kenyans. It's even Kenyans over there. They're not want to invade Haiti again. What? The body took a year to do it, but the United Nations Security. Exactly. The body took a year to do it, but the United Nations Security Council at last voted on October 2nd to deputize the non-UN military force rustled up by Washington to again intervene in Haiti for the third time in 3 decades. Now, keep in mind, after the assassination of their president, there were Haitians asking for an intervention. So they might be getting what they wanted. After 7 revisions over the 1 month of negotiations, 13 of the 15 UNSC members nations voted for Resolution 2699, drafted by United States and Ecuador, to authorize for 1 year the so-called multinational security support mission, a collection of 13 nations that will be led by a contingent of 1,000 Kenyan police officers. Russia and China abstained from the vote due to the uncertainty about the mission's real goals or viability. So Russia and China didn't stop it from happening, but they abstained. They don't support it, but it didn't stop it. Their proposed invasion is thus different from those of the 1994 and 2004, which involved bona fide UN Blue Helmet peacekeepers under the control of oversight in the Security Council, except the unprecedented formula would be normally overseen by Kenya, but actually by the U.S. What you think about that? Haiti getting invaded again. Katie Waves.
I always say I feel bad for Haiti because they've been getting it. They've been getting it since
1804.
They were getting it prior than that.
We're talking about since then. They were getting hit with all type of sanctions and weird tragedies when it comes to the weather.
Bad honorable. I was thinking like the homeless just meant being in control of your person, your environment, your everything.
Canada waives leading UN military intervention in Haiti as it slashes defense budget. Obviously, they end up not getting that. But I'm gonna show this clip here. I got this from I saw this on Jimmy.
If you
Dore.
want to understand
I'm gonna play what she had to say now.
Politics in Haiti, you must first understand the core group. Most outsiders have never heard of this group, but the average Haitian is keenly aware that these foreign actors heavily shape Haitian affairs. They oversee and control Haitian politics. This is one of the open secrets of Haitian politics. The core.
Y'all think that it's possible that China and Russia allowed this to happen to let America show their
true colors,
show that side? Y'all gonna do something wicked. Y'all not gonna do there and do something righteous. You're gonna go there and do something wicked. It's gonna come out and it's gonna embolden other countries to view us as the solution and y'all the problem. Go ahead.
Will all this lead to the lowest voter turnout? Americans involved in everything and not enough focus on our own citizens isn't a good thing.
Well, during war, the people that's in office typically stay in office, don't they? Especially if America goes to war, typically the person that started the war, they get voted back in office and support. Typically. Now, I don't know if Biden gets into a war, if he'll still have a chance to win the election. I don't know.
World Police, let's send the LAPD and the NYPD to fight the war in Israel.
They got trained by them, so why not?
We need a sleeper cell. The island is governed in the worst way, with DR on one side and Haiti on the other. Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
BRICS nation will see the American falling. I think it's clear to see who was involved with the assassination.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Pretty obvious. No offense, but Haiti is another psyop, and I asked this only because lately I've been paying, learning more about specific members of their.
Oh, you way down there.
Class. That's
Haiti
possible.
Resources are going to be looted.
Y'all give China too much credit. I believe China, Russia, and that whole BRICS conglomerate can be a big deal. Although the money don't.
Crisis actors.
They money looking funny right now, so I don't know. China look like they're about to implode financially.
Honorable.
I don't know.
Support the idea, Eastwood. They need to be on the front line. Tommy. I hope no one wants Creepy Joe back. They do.
They do.
African secret societies exist. Caribbean too. Agreed.
Core Group is an informal organization made up of ambassadors from nations like the United States, France, Canada, Spain, and international organizations like the OAS.
Well, each was said, with India taking the Palestinian side, should we support the Indian immigrants?
No, should we side?
Should we side with the Indian immigrants?
No, it says, with India taking the Palestine side, should we deport the Indian immigrants? H-1 visas in doubt. Haiti is a strategic country.
Haiti is like what's the country that China's been trying to take over? Can't think of the name right now. Haiti is like Israel in the Middle East, or like Switzerland in Europe.
Teacher. Mad resources.
Hold on. As soon as you type it in, I'm gonna think of the name.
Now they're there. They exist in order to provide Haiti with advice and counsel on how to overcome challenges and how to promote democracy in the nation.
Taiwan.
Here's the problem. The core group.
I knew as soon as you typed it, Taiwan is the Haiti is like a lot of those.
Uncle had already said it.
Okay,
we didn't see it because we was on the other screen.
Yeah, so Haiti is like that role. Haiti, Jamaica, all those Caribbean countries play the same role that Taiwan plays to China.
What does everyone make America the main character in their tragedy?
Well,
why does everyone make America their main character in their tragedy?
They're the most visible country by far. Like our news in their country, their news is not in ours unless it's something tragic, extremely big.
Ain't we going to deport Bad Salami too?
Has more power in Haiti than the Haitian Constitution, and they have more power than the Haitian people, than the popular vote. And the members of the core group, they know this, and they wield that power accordingly. If you don't know Daniel Foote, look him up. He's a U.S. diplomat and former member of the core group, but he quit. He accused the core group of undemocratically meddling in Haitian affairs and hand-selecting Haiti's future presidents. He says that the U.S. and the core group, they treat Haiti like a puppet state. There are countless examples of this puppeteering. Just check out the analysis written by the well-known, well-respected journalist Jonathan Katz. And this is not to downplay or overlook the true corruption and weak leadership displayed by Haitian leaders within our political system. Yes, time and time again, our leaders have failed us, but at the same time, Haiti should be led by Haitians, not by the outside world. What frustrates a lot of Haitians is that the core group is unelected, unaccountable, and all-powerful in Haiti. This is a form of imperialism that needs to be expelled so that Haitians can determine their own future.
What else we got right here? I want to show this right quick.
For Special Operations Command Airman Jean-Pierre Alfred, take a listen to what he had to say.
I have a couple of friends that are within Army Special Operations Command that are currently deployed in Haiti as we speak, and they have been there for the last 30 to 45 days cycling in and out. Their specific role is train, advise, and assist. And what that encompasses is training the host nation forces, making sure that they're providing a level of security for the key personnel within the Haitian government and also the American government. And then should the need arise, potentially to operate within a kinetic capacity, which means to integrate within your police forces, your military forces, and conduct raids and operations to take down some of these political factions and opposition gang members.
Remember, the gang members are the ones who took over when the president was assassinated. They called him, what was his name? What's his name? Chicken? Hot sauce? What was his name? Remember, it was the Haitian gang leader had a strange name like hot sauce or chicken or something.
That Haiti has described as problematic.
So he's talking about U.S. Army 7th Special Forces Group, which is normally deployed throughout Latin America. It's part of Southcom. And these special forces, also known as Green Berets, will be training not only the Haitian National Police in general, but they will also be training a specialized force, an elite unit.
Within the train, advise, and assist portion of this, the United States military, specifically the Green Beret team, they'll be training a base level force that'll provide the stability for the regions that are currently under political strife. The other aspect of this is they'll train an actual SWAT team or a SWAT team-like component that'll be responsible for executing the raid.
Barbecue, that's
Barbecue.
His name was Barbecue.
And the warrants and the specific roundup missions where the goal is to gather this person or persons and bring them back for interrogation. And if they cannot interrogate that person or if they cannot round that person up peacefully, then typically the kinetic operation turns violent and they actually end up killing the person.
Ain't it the same thing they're doing in Afghanistan and stuff? They're treating Haiti like a war zone then.
Yeah.
All right, let me This is the last segment we got talking about some.
So is there another situation where their government is hooked and nothing is trickling down to the people? Serious question. Yes, corrupt governments, because America wants to put their hands in every.
Yeah, that's why America puts themselves everywhere, because they want to make a profit.
Agreed.
Gain control of the land or make a profit.
But that's by sanctions and politics against the melanin people. They'll never forget 1804.
Ever.
There was a wealthy Haitian man on the Titanic married to a non-black. He went down with the ship. She survived with her 2 daughters. They lived white after that. Yes, Kifa. So all the Haitians went off to the islands and everyone wants their resources from the idea. Nobody has offered to relocate them to Africa or just take the land.
They don't do that the same thing they do to black Americans. They don't do that.
She sounds so white, so fake, like Billy Zane infomercial. That was George. I was waiting for her to say, but wait, there's more. See the similarity between Haiti, Israel, Palestine, etc.
Yeah, definitely some.
Who is this? Why is his first name last? It's almost like French.
It's French. They are Haitians. It's French.
Basically, almost, but the land is priceless, so it's not worth relocating them.
They don't want to
U.S. training Haitian soldiers.
Well, the U.S. has the same way Israel be training all these soldiers. The U.S. be training a lot of soldiers. When they left, was it Afghanistan or Iraq? They trained the local soldiers, but the local soldiers wasn't willing to fight. So when they left, it was Afghanistan. When Biden left Afghanistan, they supposedly was training the locals, but when they left, the soldiers that they trained said the locals said fuck that, and they just let the ISIS take it over. So wasn't good training, obviously. Trump appeals ruling stripping him of New York business certificates. This is them trying to attack his money so that they can weaken him and his chance at presidency.
But he gets crazy amount of donations.
They're just trying to do anything to hurt him.
Very strong partisans in both parties in the past, and we had very bitter battles over all kinds of things, gun control and climate change and the economy and taxes. But there wasn't this little tail of extremism wagging the dog of the Republican Party as it is today. And sadly, so many of...
Was it wagging the dog when you went against Obama and told white people that they should vote, that middle-class white people should vote for white people? Like, you said this. That wasn't wagging the dog. That was barking. You said it. Was it wagging a dog when you said that when you proclaimed that black people black youth, when you proclaimed that black youth were super criminals? Was that wagging the dog?
Those extremists, those MAGA extremists, take their marching orders from Donald Trump, who has no credibility left by any measure. He's only in it for himself. He's now defending himself in civil actions and criminal actions. And when do they break with him? Because at some point, maybe there needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members, but something needs to happen.
So you want to round people up that voted for Trump and deprogram them?
It's like you living in the fucking Twilight Zone.
That's just crazy to say this on.
She would television. Say that about somebody.
How you said it on TV in front of?
Like she ain't done shit. Kifa, those other groups are fighting for the land. Haitians want off their land. Kifa, God. I wish she would just go away. She refuses to go away because Hillary feel like she was supposed to be the first female president, and she can't let that shit go. Not a Trump fan, but never seen a government go as far.
I've never seen it.
After a man so bad, I agree. This woman is evil, and her birthday started with her.
Exactly. That's another thing. Was it dog wagging when you said that, when you pretty much put it out there that Obama wasn't American? This is all Hillary Clinton. Trump got all this stuff from you.
She had black women choosing her over Obama.
So we don't bring that up. How in the primaries,
we're gonna be honest with the thing. She had black women choosing
white women.
Hillary Clinton over Obama when he was.
Maybe they knew something we didn't know because we saw he ain't shit.
Well, she ain't shit either.
But maybe they saw he wasn't gonna be shit, so I might as well.
Putin said if Hillary gets in the fucking office, it's
gonna be
war. He said it flat out. If that old bitch get in the office, shit is gonna pop off.
It is what it is.
He let it be known.
I assume be the conspiracy world that she was. Never mind. Nope, she not. They said. Remember that? Remember in 2020 or 2021 when a lot of these celebrities were alleged to be going to court and prison and all this other stuff.
I've been looking for a comment for Shantae. I mean, the United States getting involved in all these conflicts, it always seems to come back to the U.S. That's true. Like immigrants coming over here. The spirit of Al Capone lives in that woman. Keep in mind, Crookery birthplace is Chicago. Hillary's ankle monitor should be visible at all times.
Remember they said she was going to court? Y'all remember when Hillary Clinton was going to court a few months ago? Maybe it was last year. And she had lunch with the judge.
Yep. Hillary neck and mouth just like Kamala's. Well, Kamala's been doing some other things with her mouth. Well, Hillary does too. She doesn't like
Yeah, leave it alone. Pentagon official charged with participating in dog fighting ring.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone.
I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm not even gonna read this article. Pentagon official charged with participating in a dog fighting ring.
If this would have been
oh, don't say that word, because you know it was. Come on, man.
Niggatry. Niggas can't help it. Like
Mike Vick in a damn Pentagon? Come on, bro.
God damn it. That's why this made news.
Yeah, Frederick D. Moorfield Jr., a deputy chief information officer, is accused of training fighting dogs for more than 20 years. What type of cockfighting shit you doing out here?
What type of what?
That's cockfighting.
I know, but damn. Who did he piss off? Because surely they've known about this forever.
Exactly. 20 years you've known.
Exactly. That's why I was like, this only made news because...
So and this came out around the same time that Biden's dog was allegedly biting people.
Oh, was this supposed to cover up? He looked touched. Damn.
Biden's dog.
That boy been touched.
Biden's dog biting people was supposed to cover this story
Lord.
up, I guess. Look at the poor dog.
Go ahead and say it, Honorable Sienna. We waiting on you.
Yeah, you have our authority to say it cleanly this time. We'll even give you some gunshots.
Regina,
gunshots behind it.
Get your mind out the gutter. I was about to say something so foul. Hillary don't fuck with phalluses, really. She like peaches.
Yeah, she don't fuck with phallus. She like, I'm stop.
She like to lick the pot clean. That's what Hillary like doing.
We want to be a happy day.
We'll say crookery that.
Okay. Biden to build more U.S. border wall using Trump-era funds. Don't got to read this either. So now Biden wants...
He want the wall. Build a wall.
He want to build
a wall.
Biden want to build a wall? What's going on with Biden?
But Trump was just a very, very bad person.
It's a bad person.
Just imagine the arms, the hands swinging.
I remember when they got mad by Trump calling Hillary her a nasty woman. She's a nasty woman.
Yeah. That was a perfect... He didn't need to use a big term to describe her. Just keep it simple.
It said Donald Trump endorses Jim Jordan to succeed Kevin McCarthy as House Speaker. Y'all saw Kevin McCarthy got voted out. That's the first time that's ever happened where a House Speaker was voted out by his party. Speaker McCarthy ousted an historic House vote as scramble began for Republican leader. Republican picked Jim Jordan as nominee for House Speaker, putting job within Trump's ally reach. I think they took them 10 days to do this. Now I want to show this and how pissed off they is about this.
It doesn't look like he's looking out for the country or the institution. If you throw a speaker out that has 99% of their conference, that kept government open.
It took 8 votes to get him out. They got him out. And you go, wait.
Well, they wanted him gone.
I saw the person I got this, the person who did this tweet originally, they said, so they was able to get him out of office with 8 votes. But the Congressional Black Caucus got all these members, was it 54 members or something like that, and they can't do nothing in the Democratic Party? 8 votes.
Open. And paid the troops, I think we're in a really bad place for how we're going to run Congress.
I have made no deal with Democrats because I believe that Democrats should vote against Kevin McCarthy for free. It's Kevin McCarthy who's out there offering deals to Democrats. So if there's a deal made with Democrats, the only deal is to make one with McCarthy, because I'm not offering anything and won't offer anything.
We're going to ignore that this dude was accused of trafficking.
Fox News.
He was accused of trafficking.
Yeah, Carlson had him on there during the interview on Fox.
And
it
just went away. Okay.
By the way,
he's white, and he said so. Mm-hmm. Travis loved cockfights as much as he and Dishonorable love Red Rockets. Well, you would know about cop fights. I'm surprised you weren't part of Ed Buck's boys. How the fuck did you make the news? They want to build a wall so that them folks can't leave. Flipped.
Hold on, wait. He said they want to build a wall so they can't leave. Flipped. That was Regina. Okay.
I got to learn about Jim.
Jim Jordan is what's the other guy's name who got his back broken by his neighbor? The one who always going at Fauci.
I'm trying to think.
Fauci versus. Put it up there. Fauci versus. I forgot his name, but he's more like one of those constitutionalists. You know, I wouldn't say he's extreme right.
Fauci what?
I guess they wouldn't call him Fauci versus. I don't think they would call him extreme right, but maybe so. I don't know. Don't worry about it. Hold on,
it about?
Say back and forth. Hold on, y'all. Hey, don't worry about it. We get it. Don't worry about it.
If the Democrats want to own Kevin McCarthy, they
Rand Paul.
have it.
That's it.
Because
Thank you, Kiefer. Rand Paul.
One thing I'm at peace with is when we stand here a week from now, I won't own Kevin McCarthy anymore. He won't belong to me. So if the Democrats want to adopt him, they can adopt him.
So he sound like a 80s Wall Street dude who do cocaine in the back.
Chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
Oh, well, he was mad. Look at that. Look. He was mad.
Of the chair.
Like a child having a tantrum. He got voted out. Move on. All right, let me play this right quick.
Kevin McCarthy could even have led in a bipartisan fashion. I think Democrats cast their votes because they didn't think he could.
Well, Democrats cast their votes because they were told to cast their vote in a particular way. I mean, we all know that there was probably a diversity of opinion within the Democratic Party, but then the word came out saying, guys, we are not going to bail out Kevin McCarthy. We're going to vote with Matt Gaetz and the hardliners for partisan reasons.
He lived his whole life with the opportunity to use that gavel. Exactly. He was mad, y'all.
Now, what happens next?
The Hammer didn't deserve that. LOL.
What are you doing to the poor Hammer?
It's a dice roll. As an American.
Before I get to this, y'all know who this is, right? This is the dude who got on that, he went in front of the Congress and was against reparations. He's not Black American. He said he only started calling himself Black American. I think he said he's Black and Puerto Rican, but he calls himself Black because there's more social credit in calling yourself Black than being Puerto Rican.
American citizen would prefer not to have that kind of dice roll, because anyone who says, again, that they know what's coming next, this is unprecedented. We don't know. We do know that the government runs out of money in 45 days. We do know that there are vital priorities like Ukraine aid that are now subject to.
I don't give a fuck about Ukraine. Let's move on.
That's the underwear music. Video guy.
The last part on Ukraine right here. Ousting of U.S. House Speaker darkens outlook for Ukraine aid dry up. So the same way we just heard Biden's man saying, look, the Ukraine money is running out. They're now saying because the House Speaker is now getting voted out, he was in support of the funds. We know the rest of the Republicans, there's a group of them that are not in support of the funds. So once again, getting them up out of here.
The underwear dude.
Musk X is the biggest purveyor of disinformation. We're going to talk about this. Was 2 weeks ago. We're going to bring it up because they're saying that there's a EU law that social media companies have to conform to in order to be in their countries. I think Facebook, Instagram, all this stuff already went. Facebook, Instagram already went with it, but supposedly the only person who hasn't had an agreement with the EU and their platform is X and Musk. But I think he's just doing it for attention.
Ukraine news fading off like COVID. Thank God.
Ukraine is the old news now. We talking about Israel
thanks
now.
God.
It's the new thing now. It's over. All right, we're gonna get up out of here.
Oh, give production a round of applause for the sound not acting fucking crazy this Saturday.
We don't know if it didn't act crazy.
They would have said something if it didn't act crazy.
They used to worse now. So if it's just bad, not very bad,
people
they'll
are
be
really
all right.
calling the platform X.
Yeah.
Well, if the man named his platform
He named it.
X, we
gotta
gotta go
give
what he
him-
said.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's G.
Yeah, the sound was terrible. But it got better. Kiefer said, "Yes, good job, guys. See, they said the sound was better this week.
Okay, enough. Are we gonna end it with this?
Billions of reparation dollars.
That's the wrong song. Sorry, that's the wrong
You
song.
could have did that one again.
I could have, but we ain't gonna do that.
Sound was official.
Well, it was okay.
Thanks.
Then we gonna let you down next week.
Whose white hands are those?
All right, y'all.
Put Petey Pablo on LOL. What Petey Pablo song?
Oh, we got North Carolina, Freaking League. Come on now, don't
George. See, he just a pessimist. Sound was alright. See,
Hey.
this is what.
Thank y'all for coming through. Don't
He
do
only
that.
got 2.
Don't do that, honorable. Petey Pablo got more than 2. He got Freaking League.
She said he only got 2.
Wait, is the Freaking League song the song with Sierra?
Look at our official sound expert, Shantae. Kudos on the sound today, guys.
You stressed the production budget.
Thank you, Regina. Sound was perfecto today.
All right. Wait, is the song Petey Pablo had with Sierra, is that Freaking League?
No, the song he had with Sierra is My Goodies.
Oh, that's another one, My Goodies.
But that was her song.
Hey, we count verses. We count features too.
Well, I'm sure in a verse of Sierra, she would need My Goodies.
But he was using it his too.
Okay. Overnight, brother. But she can't make crab cakes. She's not a real freak. Thanks, Mark.
YKK on your zipper. Lick you like a lizard when I'm slizzard. I'm sober. 6 million ways to fold ya. Like Noah's, I get twos of views and you get pretty deep. But I call your ass round 8-ish. I know you'll be there for me, girl.
Oh, and when we end this live, it's gonna be private, and I'm gonna re-upload it probably tomorrow. So if anybody didn't get to watch the whole thing, you're gonna have to watch it tomorrow. I'm gonna try something new and re-upload it instead of just leaving it live. So we'll see. But thank y'all for coming through.
Those huge baby eyes get to running off at their mouth and telling me everything that's on your nasty mind. They say you're malnutrition, then need a vitamin D and inviting me to that is fine. I love who you are, love who you ain't. You're so Anne Frank. Let's hit the attic to hide out for about 2 weeks. Rick James and no chains and whips. I do suck lips till hips jerk. And double time, the boy next door's a freak. Ha ha. Ain't nobody don't dance me. I'm just so
Keep it said, you'll never know ever. What links you talking about, Honorable? What links you talking about? What pastors? Pastor Darby?
I love when you stare at me. I'm just so fresh, so clean. We are the coolest motherfuckers on the planet. The sky is falling, ain't no need to panic. I got a stick and want your automatic. Compatible, created in the attic. We are the coolest motherfuckers on the planet. The sky is falling, ain't no need to panic. I got a stick and want your automatic. Compatible, created in the attic. Ain't nobody don't dance me. I'm just so fresh and so clean. Don't you think I'm so sexy? I'm just so fresh and so clean. Ain't nobody don't dance me. I'm just so fresh and so clean. I love when you stare at me. I'm just so fresh and so clean. Ain't nobody don't dance me. I'm just so fresh and so clean. Don't you think I'm so sexy? I'm just so fresh and so clean. Ain't nobody don't dance me. I'm just so fresh and so clean. I love when you stare at me. I'm just
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. And as always, y'all be safe. All praise to the Most High. Peace, man.
really building out there, amen. Y'all be shocked when y'all come out. We're really building. Amen. So much is going